everyone, and welcome to the Niku no Hi live stream. How's it going?
こんにちは。
Konnichiwa. Dan said that Yuki looks like she's eating a bug. I think we have to make that blue.
ねえ、私バグ食べますから
そう
バーベキューの時。
バグ食べないでくださいよ。
バグはね、なんか意識しなくても勝手に口に入ってくるタイプ。
そうだね。She said that even if she doesn't pay attention, bugs just fly into your mouth. There's a lot of bugs in our yard, sadly. Today's theme is tricky for vegetarians like me. Indeed it is. So
しまった私。
she forgot to put vegetables. She had planned on adding some vegetables to the barbecue, but she didn't have time. Niku no Hi is something that happens every month. In Japan, as many of you know, I'm sure, there's lots of different days for food. So like on this day, you eat this type of food. On this day, you eat this type of food. And on this day, you go to this type of business, things like that. The 29th of every month is Niku no Hi. Now, in Japan right now, it's the 30th, but for many of you, it's the 29th. So we decided to go with this today. The reason it's Niku no Hi is because you can read each of the numbers in 29 as ni for 2 and ku for 9. So obviously the day is the 29th, so it's niju kunichi. But you can also read the numbers niku, so it becomes niku no hi, day of meat. So lots of people go to yakiniku on the 29th. There are sales and stuff people like to go to. For those of you who don't know what yakiniku is, it's a type of place where you get a grill on your table. You get like a grill, and then they bring over like thin slices of meat, and you put the meat on the grill or the vegetables on the grill or whatever, and you just grill them in front of you on your own table. So that's what yakiniku is. Lots of people go to that. You can also have people also do barbecues, things like that. So here's a barbecue. We've got some kabocha pumpkin on there, Japanese pumpkin. What's this over here?
これはサムペッパーだと思う。
Peppers. Okay, peppers, bell peppers. So we got some stuff for the vegetarians in the room. Yeah. So. Hope you're doing great. Thank you very much. There are vegetables all over that scene. True, all over the ground. Konbanwa, Amanda. Long time no see, Brittany. Good to see you. We call that Korean barbecue. Yeah, Korean barbecue. Okay, yeah. It's similar. Very similar. Someone asked a question earlier. Jimmy LeBron. Andy, how many years did you study before you felt fluent? I felt fluent after about 6 months, because I basically quit English and I just spoke Japanese all the time. But I don't think I really was fluent for about, 2 years. So feeling fluent and being fluent are different things. And I'm improving all the time. So obviously the best my Japanese has ever been is right now. So always improving. But yeah. I was doing 5-6 hours a day, every day for 6 months, for 2 years. So after 6 months, I felt pretty comfortable speaking, but it took about 2 or 3 years before I was comfortable speaking with natives in a group, when there was like a group of natives. And until I really felt my vocabulary was doing well was like, 4 or 5 years ago. So it's always improving, always improving. And Yuki, greetings from Australia. For my first live, I'm hopping through your older videos on Genki. Welcome to the stream, Tony D Music. Thanks for coming to hang out. I hope those videos are helping you out. Kids of Tokyo. Hey, I started learning Japanese a month ago. And I'm pretty decent. Well, I guess intermediate. I've been using textbooks, so I was wondering if you have any advice for expanding vocab. Please reply. Expanding vocab, watching content, reading. Reading is the best way to expand vocabulary. There's in every language, even in your native language. If you want to expand your native language vocabulary, your best bet is reading. In the beginning, obviously, things like Anki, SRS apps can help you get some vocabulary down. But in the long run, expanding your vocabulary is always going to come down to reading. So reading as much as possible will be great. Five Toes Sloth Bear mentioned Satori Reader. Satori Reader is great if you're at the intermediate level. If you're on our website, we have over 100 different reading pieces of reading material, plus links to like 50 other pieces. So there's lots of reading available there. There's reading in the back of most of the textbooks you likely already have, like Genki. So reading lots. Google says the word piman comes from French. Interesting. I had no idea. I didn't know why they called it piman either. But hi. Lou Villias says, any update on the reading series? Not yet. There's still other videos in the pipeline that are coming before the reading series. Probably at least at least 2 videos coming before that. The first one should be available next week. We're not sure. It's taking a long time because it's a lot of work. Sort of expected. So it's not like I mentioned we might have it done this week, but it was like it was tentative. It's a lot of work on that video for subtitles and stuff. So thank you, Dan, so much for working on that. The next video after that may be a reading series video, or it may be the hiragana video. We're not sure. Any hints on the topic? Yeah, the video next week, if it comes out next week, will be Yuki destroying all of my hiragana. So basically, I try to draw hiragana, and Yuki critiques all of them and helps me draw them better. So I think the video will be really helpful for those of you who want to become able to write hiragana nicer. You want your hiragana to look better? This will be helpful because we go into detail on everything that's wrong with mine, and then I fix them.
Hi.
It's fun. It was really fun. But as usual, I speak in English on the video and Yuki speaks in Japanese, so we have to subtitle everything because I'm not explaining what she's saying like I do in the live streams throughout the video. So Dan is working hard on translating and subtitling, which is, if any of you have ever done that, takes a long time. Does drawing Andy's shirt have a nasu on it? Yeah, it does. It has a aubergine, an eggplant.
そっか、アウバジーンだよね。
I really like that idea. Improving hiragana is exactly something I've been wanting to do. Yeah.
そう、私がジャークでいい棒にデストローイングしていきます。
She was supposed to. She wasn't very evil, but I ended up destroying my own hiragana a lot. Another video we're working on, I mentioned a couple of weeks ago, is the hiragana, our overall hiragana video, which is 57 pages long and 13,000 words. But that's including editing notes. But I'm going to be starting to film on that today. The reading series, yeah, it's going to be dependent on the vocabulary series, which is basically done, or the vocabulary deck, which we're done checking all these sentences, I believe. Just have to go through and translate those. There's lots of things that are stuck in sort of what do you call that? You've got a pipeline, and then there's a part that gets really tight and things can't pass through. A bottleneck. Yeah, we're bottlenecked. But hopefully we'll get working on that. Maybe from like next week or the following week, probably the following week. I'm thinking of changing the sort of pattern, or no, sort of how this live stream is going to work until we can start releasing the reading videos. I'm working on a setup that will allow me to show you guys exactly how I research the kanji series. So like, I think what I might do is, perhaps a lot of you guys have obviously finished N5, is we're going to go into the N4 data and start researching the history together so you can see how I do it. So those of you who are well beyond N5 and N4 can maybe work on that yourself, so you can see what I do and then maybe try it yourself. So we're going to do that together for not like the whole thing, because I've already done a lot, but for some of the kanji, maybe that's a maybe. I'm still working on I don't even know if it's possible yet. I'm working on a setup to make that possible, but we'll see.
なんかそのメイキングオフシーンみたいなやつだと面白い。
Making of what?
オフシーンみたいなやつ、まあそれは撮らないといけないもんね。
Making of?
なんかそのメインの部分ビデオには出ないけど、
はいはい。
そのオフシーンっていうの、そういうのって。
behind the scenes ってやつ？
それ。
behind the scenes ね。そうだね、それも
そういう感じだったら、なんか後ろではどういう仕事がやってるかみたいなのがわかるから。
まあ vlog type of thing. I don't know if I'll be able to do that, but something like that. I'm doing the chapter 9 test soon, says Senor Serena. Ooh, good luck.
頑張ってください。
What actually is yakiniku? What makes it different to other meat dishes? Yeah, I was mentioning before, yakiniku is a type of restaurant, really. In general. I mean, this is also yakiniku, but it's basically just grilled meat, and it's usually thinly sliced, very thinly sliced, and you can also do like vegetables and stuff on it. And it's on you put a grate on top of charcoals usually, and you just, it literally translated is just, it's grilled meat, I guess, essentially. Is what it means.
そうだね。
So you have these restaurants and you have a grill in front of you, and with charcoals in it, and then they put a grate over top of it, or like a, what do you call that, a wire net type of thing, and you just cook the meat on top. That's all it is.
まあ、確かにね、焼肉とバーベキューとの違いってことかな。
いや、料理の種類だって思ってたから、他の肉とは何が違うって聞かれたんだから。
なるほどね。
But basically the same as barbecue.
うん。
Did you have to change any of your hiragana script after last week's video game seemed to have read your mind on so many characters? No. I did change some of the stories to make them better. That's one of the things that I've been going through, trying to make sure they're the best they can be. But I'm basically done. So now it's just a matter of filming. Handy, did you see that crazy lady on TikTok keep getting right in front of the geisha in Kyoto? That was ridiculous. And I did not. I don't go on TikTok anymore, despite having a pretty big TikTok back in the day. I'm coming to Kyoto next month. Any restaurant in particular you'd recommend? I've never really gone to any
あ、で
restaurants.
もさ、あれ、ベジタリアンだって言ってたっけ、さっき。
そうなの？
この、
ブリトニーだったんじゃないの？
あ、そっか、ブリトニーか。誰がベジタリアンだったの？
ブリトニー。I don't think, yeah, He didn't say he was, I don't know if Jimmy is a vegetarian. I don't think he said that. But I've never been to any restaurants in Tokyo or Kyoto very much. A
でも
couple.
担々麺ヌードルは私がリコメンドしたところは好きだったじゃん。
そうだね。There's a vegetarian tantanmen restaurant in Tokyo Station.
そうそう。
In Tokyo Station. That's quite good if you're vegetarian, but if you're not, then, well, even if you're not,
まだやっ
it's
て
still
るか
quite
な
good. We don't even know if they're still doing it. But no, I haven't been to a whole lot of restaurants in either of those cities, so I don't have great recommendations for you there, unfortunately. If you're in Nagano, that would be a different story. I'd say Mountain Q.
そうだ。
Mountain Q.
まあそれだけじゃないですよね。結構面白いお店いっぱいありますから。
Of course. There's a bunch of other restaurants too, but that's what I would recommend. I think they've started enforcing some rules against tourists in certain areas of Kyoto because people doing stuff like that. Yeah. There's a lot of tourists here right now, so. And they all go to the same places, so it gets pretty wild. How did you decide on a teacher? I can't figure out which one to choose. I tried a bunch. I tried like 5 or 6 until I found one that I liked, and then I stuck with them. That's the vegetarian ramen in Tokyo Station. Yeah, it was pretty good.
空の色っていうところに変わったのかな。前はティーズタンタンってとこだったと思う。
ティーズタンタン。
そうそう、ティーは。
Used to be called ティーズタンタン。
多分ティーズ
タ
ンタンだったと思う。
Excuse me. I'm glad you think so, Derry. I've not been in Japan as a vegetarian yet. I've been there 3 times, but I've only been a vegetarian for a year. I see. It can be very difficult. It's easier for vegetarians than it used to be. Like 10 years ago. When I first came to Japan, it was basically impossible to eat almost anything.
そうか、そうだね。
Like 12, I guess I came here 12 years ago. The concept of a vegetarian was very foreign to Japan 12 years ago. If you said you're a vegetarian, people wouldn't know what you're talking about in most restaurants.
まあ、ビーガンのベジタリアンはまあ分かる人はいるけど、作るのが難しい。
I know that there were people who knew, but it wasn't common knowledge.
まあそうだね。
And if you went to a restaurant and asked, do you have a vegetarian menu? A lot of people would be like, huh? And if you said vegan, nobody knew. But nowadays it's a little bit easier, I think.
そう、結構ね、ソイミートも売ってるもんね。
Oh yeah, there's quite a bit of
スーパーにもソイミート売ってるし、
supermarket has
そうなんか
vegetarian meat products. A lot more.
本当にミートみたいななんかクシュクシュってしてるやつ売ってる。
It's not very good here, but they haven't. I hope to hear about your experience next week on this stream. My experience next week? Nimitsufish ne. How is it for people with gluten allergies? I have a friend who wants to go, but I worry for them. It is, once again, same thing. It's 10 years ago, it was very difficult. You had to be very careful because if you have a bad gluten, like if you just have a minor gluten allergy, it's not terrible. But if you had I had a friend, she lived here for maybe 2 years, and she had a really bad, she was really gluten allergy, not like the fatty type, I don't eat gluten type. She would get violently sick if she had any gluten. And soy sauce is not gluten free, so she had to be really careful not to get anything with soy sauce in it when we went out, which is almost impossible because everything in Japan is cooked with soy sauce. There are many places now where you can ask them to use gluten-free soy sauce, but still not a lot. So
うん
more consciousness about it now than there used to be, but you have to be very careful if you have like a serious
う
gluten
ん
allergy.
うん
And you have to pay very close attention. It's possible. And she lived here for 2 years and survived, obviously. But it can be difficult. Me and 3 of my American friends recently went to Kanazawa and Fukuoka for a vacation. It was so much fun there and far less tourist than somewhere like Tokyo and Kyoto. Yeah, Kanazawa and Fukuoka are nice. I think we've been to Kanazawa, but never Fukuoka. Dan, Come to Japan, Dan lives in Fukuoka. We have to go visit him one of these days. I'm glad you enjoyed it, though. I just assume I'll have to take a vegetarian break next time. It is these sauces that are tricky, dashi and the like. Yes, that is a hard part. My mom, when she came to visit, she's vegetarian. She was fine, but I'm like 90% sure she probably had some products that had, like dashi, like the base of soups and stuff that ended up having like, some shrimp or something in the base. Like it's almost impossible to completely avoid those things unless you're cooking yourself every single time. So if you're going out, you're going to have to be like accepting the fact that you're probably going to have some like extract of chicken or something in something that you eat by accident. So like if you're vegetarian for religious reasons, that may be a difficult thing. If you're just doing it as like a health thing or like a ethical thing, you may need to be a little bit more flexible because it just might not be possible to eat.
I call it flexitarian.
Flexitarian, yeah, exactly.
そうもうね分かんないからね昆布だしですかって聞ければね
Yeah, if you can ask if it's like what kind of dashi they're using, you can sometimes get away with it. But a lot of times the cooks don't even know.
そう
Like you don't
そうだね
you don't think about dashi as being like non-vegetarian. You don't even think about it. It's just something you throw into the soup before you make it.
まあ
Like-
カツオだしとか書いてあればわかるよ
Dakedo, some people think that vegetarians eat fish. So they might not even think about that.
そうか
Even in America, up until like 15 years ago, if you said you're a vegetarian, you're like, oh, so you can eat fish? You'd be like, no, that's pescatarian. It is difficult for people.
うん
But that's still a thing here. Where is it? What was I going to read next? I want to see Tokyo again, and I really want to see Kyoto, but I'd also like to go places that are less crowded by tourists. One thing to keep in mind, Amanda, is that Kyoto, while it's packed with tourists, only certain parts are packed with tourists. So like basically what you want to do if you go to Kyoto is you want to look up the best places to go and then go anywhere but there. You know what I'm saying?
でも難しくない場所見つけるのが
No. Just like when we went, we didn't like look up a whole lot of things.
まあ、そうだね。
We just went to some random places, and it was great. There's some very beautiful places in Kyoto that are off the path that there was nobody at, not even locals. We went like to this mountain that was like right next to the city that you could see the city from, that had cool little trails, and there's lots to do in Kyoto that are off the beaten path. So just look up what everyone's doing and then don't go there, and you'll have fun. We found like an old castle grounds that was, it was touristy, but it was Japanese tourists. There was no like foreign tourists there, because it's just not on the lists. I highly recommend staying away from the areas that are very popular in Kyoto because there's just so many people that you're not going to enjoy it. It's just like standing in line for hours. But there are beautiful places in Kyoto other than that. I keep struggling with how to tell a restaurant that my friend will arrive in 5 minutes. For example, keep wanting to say, 友達は到着いますご飯ぐらい. Okay. Not quite. But I feel that's wrong. It is not quite right. So what you want to say, Kim, if your friend's going to show up in a little bit.
あ、5分ぐらいで到着しますかな、それ。
You could say that, but you could say something like simpler even. 友達はあと5分. 友達が
どっちでもいいです。
でもいい。わがあと5分で
つく
来ます。
あ、
でいいんじゃない？つく or 来ます。つく or I'm typing it out. Or 来ます。I'm so used to Mac buttons now. 来ます。友達はあと5分で来ます。友達はあと5分で来ます。So my friend will come after 5 minutes. That's what you want there. Gotcha. Yeah, she has a really bad one. I mean, it's still possible, Tyler. She could still do fine. Like I said, my friend lived here for 2 years, and she didn't avoid restaurants completely. We used to go out to restaurants all the time, and she was fine. She just had to be very careful. Is the soy sauce in Japan made differently than the soy sauce in the USA? Oh, yeah. Soy sauce in America, after you get used to soy sauce here, is, I'm really sorry, but not good. Soy sauce in America sucks, right?
まあサックスではないよ。ベリーサックスじゃない。
ベリー
なんか
サックスじゃない。
スタンダードだよ。
スタンダード？
とっても
何に
普通、なんていうの、
何に比べて
レギュラーだってさ、2つしか種類ないじゃん。
I only allow us to buy one of two
でしょ
options. But we get the ones that are the closest to possible to real Japanese ones. But most soy, so you haven't had a lot of the soy sauce in America, maybe. Most of it's way too strong. あると思うけど。Most of it is
キッコーマンの減塩だけじゃなくて、
so that's the Japanese one, and it's still too strong. It's still stronger than the ones we have here. Like it's too thick or 濃い。味が濃くない？あっちのやつ。あっちのキッコーマン。
そうなんだ。キッコーマンでも味が濃いんだ。ちょっとしかかけないからね、そこまで。
We don't use it a whole lot when we go over there. But like your standard stuff, like the kikkoman is close. It's like okay, but most of the soy sauces I've had in America are way too, like the glass bottle with the orange top. Those are way too strong. She's never had that one, I don't think. I plan to eat all sorts of weird stuff in Japan. I want to try all of the things we can't get here. There's a lot of it. Sorry, we were talking about my... Oh, no worries.
そう減塩のね、キッコーマンはね、グルテンが入ってないって思うんだよね。
Kikkoman? I think it is. I'm pretty sure.
本当？
There's wheat in it. 麦入ってるんだよ、大体醤油。その麦が入ってないやつ頼まないと大体全部困るんですよ。グルテンのアレルギーの人。
だからどこに麦入れんの？
材料に必ず書いてある。
そうか。
見てみ、後で。
わかりました。
I plan to eat all sorts of weird... Okay, I read that. I've hit a bit of a wall maybe from going too fast. Like I said, I'm watching a lot of your videos. I'm up to Genki lesson 13 and have about 1,000 words phrases. So many things now floating around. Yeah, what happens when you get past like Genki 1 is that you're going to forget more than you're going to forget more than you remember. So you'll have learned... Yeah, no, it's normal. You're going to start forgetting more and more and more things and remembering less and less and less because there's just so much you've already learned, but that's completely normal. People get really worried about that, but it's not actually something you need to worry about. It's just how things are. So that's not necessarily a big deal because the more you start encountering it in content you're reading or things you're doing, the more it will reinforce yourself. And then eventually you'll actually learn it. Like the first time you go over something, you just try to remember it for the next time. But if you don't encounter it enough times in a row, you forget it. But then you see it again, and then you remember it. And then you forget it again, but then you see it again, and you remember it. And then this time you're like, oh, I think I've seen that. But now you've forgotten it, so you have to look it up. And then the next time you're like, oh, I know what this is. I can't remember it, and you have to look it up. And by like the 17th time, you don't have to look it up anymore. And that's normal with languages. People think that they're doing really poorly or that they suck at learning languages or they're like some people think they're not smart because they're forgetting things, but no, that's just how it works. That's how it works for everybody. Nobody remembers a word or a grammar that they've seen for the first time or the second time or even the third time most of the time. Usually it takes a lot of times. I think there's actually a number. I think it's like 8 times you have to encounter something before you actually learn it. Maybe more. I don't remember. But that's completely normal. For background, I'm 54 and started learning in February. February. Okay. You've been going for 3 months. I know there's a million videos out there that say how to learn X in 3 months, but that's just a gimmick. It doesn't actually happen. Nobody actually learns a language in 3 months. Despite the fact that I took a lot of inspiration from the original blog that inspired that, the Fluent in 3 Months blog. But I heard some parts of the country are banned to tourists. How does that even work? I don't think that's really a thing. It's more of a clickbait. I don't think that really happens. They are talking about, like restricting entry to certain areas that have gotten ridiculous, like that people are really obnoxious in like Kyoto and stuff like that. But like, there's not like you can't go to Fukuoka or something. Like it's nothing like that. There's not like whole towns where tourists aren't allowed. I don't think. それはないでしょ。
それはない。ただ前はさ、なんか普通の人ん家の庭なのに入ってきちゃう人がいたから、そういうとこが
There are places apparently それどこ？京都？
京都で
There's places in Kyoto where tourists are just going into other like people's backyards and like taking pictures and stuff because, you know, tourists. So places like that, they're starting to like shut off to tourists. Areas that are like jutakugai, areas that people live in. It's like what do you call that? Jutakugai. 住宅街。英語ではなんだっけ？residential areas. Residential areas.
なるほどね。そうだよね。そう、それがちょっと問題になったんですよ。
Okay, that became an issue.
そう。
That makes sense.
普通の人ん家でもすごい綺麗な庭があったりするから。
There's sometimes people have really beautiful gardens and like there will be a gate that's open. So people are just like, oh, I'm going to go in here. And what's interesting is there's actually a town near us. It's called Obuse. And there are people who are on like a list for the city whose gardens you are allowed to go into. So like they'll have a little sign and it's like, you can go in our gardens and take pictures or check it out. So there will be people who really work hard on their gardens in their home and they open it to the public. So it can be confusing because people will see other people going into people's yards and they won't realize that there's this little sign that has to be on there. That means you can go in. So they'll just go into everyone's yard and that can get to be an issue. I don't think there's any place in Kyoto like that, but I'm not sure.
そうたまにね、そういうオープンガーデンみたいなのあるけど。
Brittany says, don't you think some of the famous, most crowded places are nice to see, especially if you only get to go to Japan once? I mean, yes and no. Yes and no. I know I get what you're saying, but it depends on how long you're here for. If say you're here for a week, I think you'll have more fun not going to those places. If you're here for a longer period of time, then maybe going to them as well would be nice. Five Toed Sloth Bear had a good tip. Yeah, the other trick, Brittany, is to go off season or shoulder season. We did Great Smoky Mountains National Park, famously crowded in the gap between school starting and Labor Day. It was quiet. Yeah, that can help. But there's so many cool places that, like, even if you don't go to the famous ones, I don't think you're missing much. Like I said, when we went to Kyoto, I don't know, 8 years ago. Was it 8 years ago? 7 years ago? I don't know, a long time ago. We did go to some of the tourist places, but they weren't as bad as they are now. But still, the most fun I had in Kyoto was the non-tourist places. Like biking around town from the Airbnb or going to like the little mountain place that had like the secret trails, it felt like.
なるほどね。
That's what I enjoyed most. Yuki はわかんないけど。
そうね。なんかさ、わかんない。自分がなんかそういう有名なところに行きたいっていう気持ちが強ければ、そういうところに行った方がいいと思うんですよ。
If you feel like you really want to go to the famous places, then you probably should go. Even if there's a lot of people, she says.
そうそう、だって有名なのはそのお寺とかその神社が立派だし、すごく人気があるからでしょ。
Right. Many of them are very beautiful areas that are popular because of how beautiful they are kept up.
そうそう。だからそういうところに行きたい人はぜひ行った方がいいんだけど、まあ時間を調べた方がいいかもね。
But yeah, you might want to check the times for sure.
で、なんかそういうタイプ、私も結構行きたいけど、そういうところ。
She's also the type that kind of wants to go to those famous places.
京都行ったことあるから私は日本に住んでるしねそうだからなんか2日目とかはそういうちょっと 人がいない路地とか、なんかあんまりそのなんていうの開いてるけどあれガイドブックとかに載ってない小さいお寺とかに行くのは結構楽しいと思うんですけど。
She said like on your second day or something, maybe going to like little temples that are open but not in the guidebooks and stuff might also be enjoyable.
ただ歩いてるだけでもねいっぱい通りに神社とかお寺があるから、そういうところはね入っていいんだから。
Even if you just go for a little walk around town, there's tons of little temples and shrines that you're just allowed to go into.
そうそう。
So even doing that can be fun. Gulfside Fishing says, was in Kyoto last month and it was one of the worst travel experiences of my life, to be honest. Too long to get into on this chat, but over tourism is no joke. Yeah. I would avoid, like if I went to Kyoto now, from what I've seen, I would pretty much avoid completely. Like there's a couple, I can't remember the area. What's the area with the giant sword that you have to try and pull out of the stone and it was really heavy and I couldn't get it out?
それは 清水寺の中。
清水寺. So the area around that temple is ridiculous. It was pretty crazy even then, but now it's like you can just look online. The pictures are insane. If I were to go to Kyoto now, personally, right? If you really want to go there, I'm not gonna say don't. But I wouldn't. Like I would, even if I had never been there, I would do everything in my power to go anywhere but there. But because Kyoto's huge and there's plenty of cool places to go outside of there. So just keep that in mind. It's pretty bad right now. My Itakai tutor is from Osaka and says there's tons of older neighborhoods with no tourists and beautiful buildings, so sometimes it's worth going off the beaten path. 100%.
ああ、そういう人がねいたらね、ぜひ聞いたらいいかもね。なんかこういうとこがローカルですごい人気とか。
Yeah, she's saying if you know anyone that like does live there, it's good to ask like places that are popular or
ローカルの人しか知らないんだから。
So asking local people can be very helpful.
でね、ローカルのさお寺でもすんごい立派なお寺とかがいっぱいあるじゃないですか。
We even find ones around like Nagano these days where we'll just be going for a walk and suddenly there will be this like giant temple that we've never heard of, never seen, and it's just like boom.
そうそう。
It's like holy crap. What happened here?
誰がメンテナンスしてんだろう。
Who is taking care of it? Who built it? Why is it here? It's just like in the middle of like a residential area. What's going on? So it can be cool still. Often in interviews, Japanese say they also want to go to, let's say, New York City or LA, but there are better places in the US to visit. Yeah. Same sort of thing. You know, let's go to Manhattan or let's go to Hollywood. But like, yeah, there's definitely other cool places in the United States as well. Thanks. What are quartet playlists? Quartet is the book that comes after Genki, and we did a whole series on that as well. So the playlists are on the channel. Unless you're waking up at 5 a.m. to go to these places, they will be overpacked like crazy. I don't even know if you'll get it. It's not open at 5 a.m. So, I mean, I do like going at night and in the early mornings if possible. Like going to Zenkoji here in Nagano. Zenkoji is never super packed anymore. It used to be. But going at like night, technically you can't go into the building, but there's no one there in the evening, but it's open. You can walk around the temple. It's lit up and stuff at night. And there will be like 4 people. It's always really nice to walk around there at night.
それなんだっけ? Romantic なんだよね.
Yeah, it's romantic. Not in like, romantic. Not just in the lovey-dovey way, but like it feels like my friend was saying how he says it feels romantic in the romance.
So 私は
the non-love version. I don't even remember how to explain that, but mystical. Yeah, something like that.
Mystic ですね.
Hey Andy, I know this isn't a part of the current convo, but what would you learn first? Vocab, grammar, kanji, or just kanji? Just went to Japan and it's inspired me to start learning. What's up, Nonix? I'm glad you enjoyed your time here. I'm assuming that you did, since you're inspired to start learning. You really like. It's hard to say because you can't really split those up into like we always do split them up into separate things, but really they're all tied together. The only one you can really sort of pull out is kanji. Like you can learn kanji sort of on its own, but eventually it has to be blended back into vocabulary and stuff. So like if you were going to learn something all on its own, I would say hiragana, katakana. That's the first thing you got to learn. And if you've already learned that, then yeah, you can do some kanji, like just meanings. Like we have the kanji series on this channel, and we haven't gotten to the reading series yet. Or, well, we stopped it and are restarting. But learning the meanings of kanji and stuff can be very helpful. But then like vocab and grammar sort of go hand in hand because a lot of grammar is vocabulary. So then sort of focusing on those together can be helpful. If you want to see a lot of temples and shrines, my pick would be Shikoku. Yes, a little more spread out and not as English friendly, but there are some real gems. It was the highlight of our trip. Yuki and I have talked about a lot in the past couple of weeks about our trip to Shikoku with her parents, and yeah, beautiful, really beautiful landscape. Really nice temples that aren't very crowded. No Western tourists seem to go there.
そうだね。
I saw like 3 Western tourists. I think they lived there. I don't even think they were tourists. And we went to some of like the most famous places.
チュリストだと思うけどね。違うかな。
Like the people we saw in the supermarket, they lived there.
あ、まあで、
Even at Kimpira,
コンピラ。
Kompira-san, there really weren't many
そう
Western
そう
tourists.
なんですよ。全然人気ないの。みんな京都行っちゃってるからかな。
Probably. I don't know. They're missing out because I think Kompira-san was more impressive than anything I saw in Kyoto, personally. I mean, I guess there were some cool places in Kyoto, but
そ
Kompira-san
の
was cool.
神社デパートメントだ
It
か
was
ら。
wild. Yeah.
なんかまあ私たちはさその高知県の方とか行ってないじゃないですか。だからそっちにもきっとすごい神社とかお寺がいっぱいあると思うんですけど。そういいよね。行ってみたいよね。
If you can rent a car, like go to Shikoku and rent a car, get your international license before you go out. You can get it for like $15 at a AAA if you live in the United States, or at least you could 10 years ago. Rent a car. It's not too hard to drive around Shikoku because there's not a lot of people. And just go temple to temple. There's so many cool little places. That could be fun. That's my recommendation as
だし
well.
全然なんか高くないし。
It's not expensive either.
So,
yeah.
so.
The hotels aren't also
そうそう。
really not too expensive if you stay out of like the super well-traveled areas, which is very little of. Even the most expensive area was that we went to was for like a really nice hotel, maybe like $100 a night, and you could get like a hostel for $30. And that's Dogo Onsen. It's a very famous onsen town. And there was a decent amount of tourists, but they were all Japanese tourists. And it just happened to be like, I think college students had just gotten out of their semester. So it was like 150 college students or something.
まあね、スプリングバケーショントリップ
Yeah,
ですよ。
spring vacation. Yeah, spring vacation trip. That's what it was. So like, it was still very, very comfortable. I want to ride the Shinkansen through the Seikan Tunnel to Hokkaido.
はいはいはいはい。こ
I
の
guess
前見てたやつですよ。
we were looking at that on a map recently. The tunnel bothers him. He worries about earthquakes. That's exactly what I said. I was like, we were looking at it and I was like, oh, that would be cool. And then I thought about it. I was like, imagine if there was an earthquake while we were under the ocean. That would be terrifying.
テレファインって感じる暇があればいいよ
Well, yeah, you
ね。
just die. You wouldn't have time to be scared.
Oh,
That's
so-
true. I'd be a little nervous about that. But I mean, Shinkansen tracks are so well made. They're very conscious of earthquakes and the way they make them. You can see them like on their tracks. They will they'll go like this so that the Shinkansen itself doesn't actually move at all. I'm sure they've thought of that with the tunnel. But I would be a little nervous as well. I don't know if I could enjoy it.
スーパーゴムですよ。
Oh yeah, the rubber,
きっと
the
そう
rubber
そう
bases.
そうそう。
Mm.
あれをもう全部のジョイントにきっとつけてあるんじゃない、でもそれでもね怖いよね。
It'd still be a little scary.
まあ
Yeah, they add the rubber to
新札幌
the
空
joints.
港まで行くか
She was just saying they add
飛行機
joints to the bases of the reinforced concrete. So like the concrete the base will move, but the concrete won't. So it's really cool. You can see videos of that online during earthquakes. Little Mousy Bianca says, "Hey Andy, I recently started seriously learning Japanese and I'm working on kanji, but I'm confused because some have many ways to read them. How do you know which to use?" I did a whole video on that may be helpful for you. I said, yeah, I'm holding up a iPad with a difficult kanji and I say easy, and I talk about what I would do. in that. I'll give you a very brief explanation. Is I would ignore those readings 100% and not even think about them. I would learn what the kanji mean, how to write them, and then I'd start learning vocabulary and along with their kanji, and eventually you'll become able to read them because a lot of the readings are used in other kanji or used in other words. So like you just sort of get used to it. But I would not worry about memorizing any readings for the kanji, to be honest. That's my Kochi is heart, says Gulfside Fishing. Yeah, we didn't get to go to Kochi, but Simon says, my favorite part of Kyoto trip was walking to Shinogamo Shrine. It wasn't crowded at all, but was 9 a.m. in the middle of the week in December. Yeah, I guess the shrine with all the red gates, the tori, that place was cool. But the coolest place about that place, which is a very popular tourist track, was to get out of the shrine, the gates. So like everyone's on the gates taking pictures, the long gates. You see just the gates for miles, the red gates. That mountain that they're on is actually huge, and there's all kinds of secret little shrines and like graveyards and stuff all over that mountain that nobody goes to. They just walk up the shrine, the main path, but you can go off the path. It's okay. Like there's little trails off the path, and nobody does. So if you go off those paths, that place is actually really cool too. Maybe more people know about that now, but really, AAA license? What? Thank you. Yeah, you just go to AAA and ask for an international license, and they will translate your international license onto a piece of paper that you can use in any country for up to a year. So you can drive in Japan for up to a year if you spend $15. Just go to a AAA. At least that's how it was 10 years ago. I mean, Seikan Tunnel survived 311. Yeah, it's probably fine. It's a semi-irrational fear, but Takamatsu Castle and garden area around it in Shikoku was beautiful. Yeah, Takamatsu Castle was nice.
高松キャスト行った？
あれそのカスル高松だったけど高松カスルじゃなかったってこと？
私たち高松キャストに行ったっけ？
We went to a castle in Takamatsu. I don't know if it was Takamatsu Castle or not. 高松城かな？
それ高松城じゃない。なんか A castle in 高松だ。
Okay, we went to a castle in Takamatsu. Apparently we didn't go to
高松キャ
Takamatsu
ストは
城。
ちょっと行けませんでした。時間がなくて。
本当？
違うかな？
Okay, maybe we didn't go to this. We'll pop this
なん
up
か
for you guys.
高松キャストじゃないキャストに行ったと思う、多分。でも近いんだよね。この手前のところになんかある公園のキャストに行きました、多分。
そうだね。Maps, Google. I gotta, of course, put on the satellite view. Zoom out. And Shikoku is over here. Takamatsu is here. And we went to... あれ？
ここだけじゃない？
行ったじゃん。
行ってないんだよ。入れなかったから。
right. We couldn't get in.
入れなくて、
right.
駐車場のところだけ。
That's right.
そうだよね。
We went to here, and then it was closed because it was too late at night. That's right.
そう。で、
what castle
私た
did
ち
we
が
go
行け
to?
たのはここのところだけですよ。このフィールド、この駐車場まで行けました。
Okay, we went to this parking lot, right? On the first day we arrived, though, we did go to a... Oh, no, wait. I'm thinking of something else. I'm thinking of the bike day. We went... Imamorishi. Imabarijo. Okay, we went here. Imabarijo. Okay, this is the castle we went to. We did not get to go to Takamatsu Castle. It's still cool.
そう、このお城は本当にエンプティでした。人が誰もいなくて。
There was zero people. Zero people there.
あらーって感じ、本当。
Make it a little bigger so you can see. Oh no, you don't want to see all that. Anyway, yeah, that's the castle we went
そう
to.
でね、高松はちょっと時間がなくて全然何にも行けなかったんですよ。
So we didn't really get to go to much in Takamatsu because we
そう
showed
そ
up
う
later in the evening and then we had to take this ferry here.
そうこのさ、栗林公園も行きたかったけど全然行けなくて、これですよ。この
So
あれ
Ritsurin-koen. It's
和
okay.
ご旅ゲー
We
ム
were
でやっ
able to
た。
go to Ritsurin-koen in Wagotabi, the game. So it's fine. Yeah, Ritsurin Garden we didn't get to go to, except for in Wagotabi. But yeah, we just stayed at a hotel by the harbor, and then we took a boat a ferry to Shodoshima, which I fell in love with this place. I've been looking at empty houses here for a while, but we probably won't move there just yet, but maybe someday. Would love to go back to Makurazaki and see how much it has changed since when I visited in 1995. I imagine it's changed a lot. I haven't even seen the cherry blossoms here. Jackson Park in Chicago has a Japanese garden with 190 cherry trees. Wow. Love your channel, says Wesley Colquitt.
ありがとうございます。
Pop this up. My wife and I will go to Japan for the first time this January, and we're super excited. What's a cuisine recommendation that doesn't get recommended enough?
それどのエリア
It depends on where you're going, for starters. But something that doesn't get recommended enough. See, I love all the stuff that gets recommended a lot. Like ramen and sushi. And,
January でしょ
January.
どこに行くのかな
Depends on where you're going. Yuki might have some ideas. Yeah, gyoza. I feel like gyoza probably gets recommended a lot, but definitely have to try gyoza for sure. Welcome back, Dan.
私も
Monjayaki. Sukiyaki. If you can eat sukiyaki, I don't think that gets recommended a whole lot.
そうか
Sukiyaki. Basically, you get a bowl with some it's like a little bit of a soy sauce like sauce type of thing and a raw egg. You mix that up. And then you put like vegetables and thinly sliced meat into a boiling bowl with like a soup in it. You just dip it in. You go like this, and then you dip it in the raw egg, and then you eat it. That's my favorite food, I think, in Japan. Probably. Sukiyaki doesn't get recommended too much, I don't think. Love it.
へえあでも天ぷらはめっちゃ入りレコメンドだもんね
Oh yeah, tempura is another one. I feel like tempura gets recommended a lot, but I'm not sure. Tempura is another one you definitely want to try. Shabu shabu is similar to tsukiyaki. Yeah. I definitely think shabu shabu is another good one to try, but I think that also gets recommended quite a bit.
でも味が結構多分濃いものが好きだよね
I
だ
don't
って
know.
さそばとか最初味しないんでしょ
So then when people try soba for the first time, a lot of foreign visitors don't really like it because it's quite mild. You have to get like the thing with Japanese food. Someone asked if Japanese food is my favorite or if I prefer other countries' cuisine. Greg Easter said, "Do you like other countries' cuisine more, or is Japanese your favorite?" Since I've lived here for like 12 years, I think Japanese is probably my favorite. Every time I leave Japan for more than a few weeks, I can't wait to come back. Not just for the food, but just for other reasons as well. But every time I get back, like even just convenience store food, which I don't really eat ever when I live here, is just like, oh, thank goodness I can have a rice ball or something like that. But I wasn't like that when I first came here. When I first came here, I was like, ew, soba? It's like, doesn't have any taste. So it takes a while to get used to the flavors here because they're very mild. And a lot of people, even who live here long term, they still make a lot of like food from their own home country. So they never really get used to Japanese food. I happen to switch my diet completely to Japanese food. Like I don't eat pretty much any Western food anymore. Just because it's easier and also healthier. But it was more practical reasons. It wasn't like I was trying to be like, I don't eat Western food. It wasn't anything like that. It was just happened to be how things worked out. So over time, my taste buds have gotten used to it. And now non-Japanese food just tastes either way too salty or way too sweet or just like over the top. So yeah. You don't eat at Moss Burger or McDonald's? No, pretty much never. I don't think I'd had McDonald's in like 5 years, and we went like maybe 3-4 years ago. We went to a McDonald's just because we were driving by.
Not 3 years ago じゃない
It doesn't matter. Okay, it doesn't matter. But 4 or 5 years ago. 違う。言ってたのは5年間ぐらい食べずに久しぶりに行ったって話してたんですよ。
そう、お腹痛くなる。
And I had like a Big Mac and I was sick for three days. And then another day it was like 10 yen French fries. So we went there. This is 3-4 years ago. And I just had the French fries and I immediately had a headache for 2 days. I just can't eat it anymore. Moss Burger's a little bit better, but I haven't had that in 5-6 years either. Point is I think Japanese cuisine is my favorite, but it was not my favorite when I first came. So a lot of people are disappointed the first time they have actual Japanese food.
私じゃあリコメンドするのはその大福とかお団子がいいかも。
Yeah, dango. So like mochi type foods, desserts can be very good. Mochi with like a strawberry you'll see popped into it. Daifuku, that's called. That can be very good.
いちご大福のねカスタードクリームはね超好きだった私。
She used to really like ichigo daifuku with custard cream. So it would be
Not
mochi with custard instead of red bean paste and a strawberry popped into it. Those are quite good. I spent 2 months in Japan last year and I went from 72 kilograms to 64 kilograms. The nutrition eating out is not good enough if you can't cook for yourself. It was scary going so underweight. Yeah, you'll lose a lot of weight.
そうなんかね、イミグレーション通るだけで5キロ痩せれると聞きました。
I always say that I lose 5 kilograms every time as soon as I go through immigration. We had an example sentence in my textbook, but I somewhat disagree with the fact that the nutrition eating out is not good enough if you can't cook for yourself. I mean, yeah, nutrition is going to be way better if you cook for yourself anywhere. But I've never felt like I didn't have enough nutrition. I just ate less and less calorie rich foods. So I would just lose weight like immediately.
まあそうだよね。
But it only goes to a certain point. Like after you reach a certain point, if you just continue eating out, you start gaining back a little bit for sure. But I don't know that I agree that the nutrition isn't good enough. It depends on where you're eating out though. Like if you're just eating ramen every day, obviously. But there's lots of different types of places that you can eat out that you can get tons of very super nutritious food. But it's like natto. It grows on you. Yeah, we just ate natto last night. You probably won't like that if you come for a visit though. We had an example sentence in my textbook about losing weight when changing from Western breakfast to Japanese breakfast. It's a real thing.
そうなの？そんなに変わる？そんなにカロリー違うのかな？
It depends on what you mean by Western breakfast. If your Western breakfast is like eggs, toast, and like, I don't know, bacon or something, it's not going to change a whole lot. But if your American breakfast is 3 donuts and a bowl of Fruit Loops, then yeah, obviously you're going to lose weight.
そうだね。3ドーナツの場合はね。そうですね。
Andy, that happened. Oh, where was that? Andy, that happened to me. I stopped eating fast food back in 2012 and I had a bun-free McDonald's meat patties. Made me sick. Yeah, same thing. I just can't handle it anymore. You might get good Ichigo Daifuku in Japanuary. Yeah, you might. I'm a whole hour late. You're good. You didn't miss a whole lot. It's been fun, though. It's great. Yeah, we've had a few times now and was super simple. I like the sweet, savory flavors more than the spicy or hotter flavors that you get with Indian curry. Japanese curry is a good thing to eat, but I think that gets recommended a lot.
でもなんかさ、ジャパニーズカリーのちょっと悲しいところは、なんかココナッツフレーバーとかそういうなんか
Indian curry.
そうそう、
yeah, the Indian curries have the different flavors, which is really nice.
本当に全然違うテイストを選べない。
With Japanese curry, you can't choose different flavors. They're all the same. You just choose the level of spice and what you want in it. But so yeah, Indian curry can be nice as well. It's just different. Maybe I should learn to cook Japanese food so I can lose some weight. I mean, yeah, it does help. I mean, the best thing is eating less, I guess, even regardless of what you eat. And even there's plenty of Japanese food that is extremely unhealthy, of course, just like everywhere else. But it might be the different vegetables and meat ratios. Could be.
なんでスキップしたの？
どれを？
聞きたいことがありますって書いてあるの。
だってまだ何も聞いてないじゃん。いいよ、Levent. You can ask anything you want. My partner wants to eat a Koko Ichiban constantly. I'm not a good place. Yeah.
そうだね。
Also, there's better places for that stuff.
そう、ここ一番や。
That's the curry one, right?
そう。
Yeah.
結構美味しいんですよ。
It's okay, but there are better curry places. 救いようのない悪とでも変われると思いますか？変われます。努力さえすれば誰でもいい人になれると思いますか？思いますよ。
なれないことがあるのでしょうか？
I mean, there's probably some people who can't, but I think most people can improve. I read somewhere that kids in Japan had very unique favorite foods, like vegetables compared to West. Oh yeah, for sure. Also, the things that are like stereotypically disliked by children are very different from the West. Like for example, in the West, I think we hate. Do we hate broccoli or do we hate spinach? I can't remember which it is, but whatever one it is in the West, the Japanese kids are the opposite. They dislike the other one and like the which is classic. Kids don't like food.
なんだっけな
Was that English? I don't know.
アメリカはブロッコリーじゃない
Is it broccoli that kids don't like in America, and then Japanese kids love broccoli and hate spinach or something like that?
ナッツスピニチでピーマンじゃないかな違うかな
Well, peppers is pretty common among all countries, I think. But actually, a lot of kids I know, back in when I taught at the kindergarten, loved peppers. Loved peppers. I think it was spinach. I can't remember. It doesn't really matter.
本当
One of my favorite ramens was the one I had in Aomori. It was a miso curry butter ramen. Wow. That sounds quite good. Apparently, Aomori or Sapporo also has really good ramen.
うん
Easter kids tend to love broccoli here in Japan. Eastern kids tend to love broccoli here in Japan. Easter kids? Greg Easter. Oh, right. Kids tend to love broccoli here in
じゃあ
Japan. Yes,
逆
definitely.
かイースターキッズの方がブロッコリーが
Greg Easter.
あ
に話
グレ
したんです。
グレグイースターまでが名前か
Broccoli is delicious. I agree. I love broccoli. Thing is that it's just like stereotypically kids don't like broccoli. Like that's just our when you have a dish that has always been traditionally displayed or portrayed as kids not wanting to eat it. It was always broccoli in the States, I think. It's complete opposite here. Everyone loves broccoli. I wanted to make my husband some tamago kake gohan, but we can't get the right soy sauce here in America, and I'm not sure our eggs are as good because they always tell you not to eat them raw. If you wash them, I think it's fine because you get the salmonella on the shells.
ウォッシュ
But
っ
you
て
do
い
have to
い
be
のか
careful.
な
You do have to be careful. Japanuary needs to catch on. Tamago kake gohan is amazing.
さ
はい。
醤油
うん。
はマジちょっとにしてなんかごま油と
You're gonna have. You might be able to find. Okay, you can probably find it. Gomabura and.
とかその海苔韓国海苔みたいなやつ、塩がついてる海苔とかをかけると醤油の代わりにすごいフレーバリーになって
Her recommendation for you, if you can't find the correct soy sauce, is just put a little bit of whatever soy sauce you have, and then add some gomabura. Gomabura is sesame oil, sesame seed oil, a little bit, and some like Korean black seaweed with like a salty flavor on it. If you put a little bit of that in there and then mix it in with the tamago kake gohan, that can be very good, she said. 翻訳者みたい。そうだね。翻訳者になりたかったらなれるかもしれないね。If I wanted to, I could probably become a translator or an interpreter. But I don't mind interpreting. I would never want to be a translator. That's the type of work I'm not interested in. Welcome to the ToKini Supa Senpuki, Brendan J. Thank you so much for becoming a member. If you'd like Yuki to draw a little picture for you or something, or write your name in Japanese, let us know. She will choose some kanji for your name, or she can draw a little picture for you, so let us know. Thank you very much for becoming a member. It's both, but spinach is particularly hated by kids. Okay, interesting. I mean, that's because we only ever eat frozen spinach. The real thing is much better. I like both, personally, but I love cooking Japanese food. I'm lucky to have access to most ingredients. However, I found out my boyfriend is allergic to shiso. Oh, no. Shiso's so good, though. Do you think you could post some recipes? Sometimes it's hard to tell what's authentic over here. We actually did post a few recipes on the website in the immersion section, but they're quite a higher level. I think you're on there. But yeah, posting some recipes we could probably post some more recipes. We do a lot of eye measurement in this household, so it's a little bit hard to make recipes.
本当すいません。
いやいや、俺もだから。
毎日
俺もそう。
メジャーリングカップがね、あるんですよ。
We have a measuring cup, but we don't use it.
そう。
But yeah, more recipes could be a thing we add in the future. Something I'm curious about is I've been to many hibachi restaurants and I love miso soup. But what even is miso? Miso is it's fermented soybean paste.
はい。
So you take soybeans, they mash them up, probably with a few other things, and then they add a certain type of bacteria to it, and then they press it down in like a barrel and just let it sit for like a year or a couple months.
味噌って そうなのかな。
I guess I'm wrong. はい、説明してください。
プレスするのは醤油だ
醤油 is
け
pressing
じゃ
down?
ないかな。
そこの部分だけが合ってないってこと So maybe they don't press it down. They just close it up in a barrel for a couple months.
じゃないかな。結構なんかスティームするんですよ。
they steam it. Interesting.
スティームすると思う。
どの部分味噌ペースト部分豆を。はい。They steam the beans.
そう。
But then they mash them up じゃない？
そう、マッシュするのは多分結構もう豆が発酵してからじゃないのかな。どっちだろうね。
We don't know the exact process, I guess. I don't know the exact process. But yeah, they ferment the beans, mash them up, and it's a paste.
どこかでマッシュすると思うけど、プレスはしないと思う。
Okay, so no press. Sorry. Misinformation. はい。So basically that's what it is. It's fermented soybean paste.
はい。
Everything here is made from soybeans.
そうですね。
Keep in mind you'll never find a hibachi restaurant in Japan. I mean, you will, but it won't be what you think it is. Hibachi is actually the word for a little like it's like a little pot that you put coals in and a little grate on top and that you barbecue on. A little thing like this. That's a hibachi. So when you tell an actual Japanese person, you're like, "Ooh, I want to go to hibachi." They're like, "Really? Okay." And then they take you to a hibachi place and it's like, "What is this? This is not what where are the performers?" Like that's not a thing here. Just so you're aware.
そういうのが良ければ鉄板焼きっていう
鉄板焼き
がその
So teppanyaki is the this type of cooking on a big thing. But it's still different because teppanyaki you don't have like a chef in the middle of a big thing that's like pouring sake into a tower of rice and then lighting a fire volcano. That's not a thing.
そう、それはね、日本ではないかもしれない。
That's not a thing. That's a performance art. Can you make a video on how to practice efficiently with an italki tutor and demonstrate an example lesson? Would be helpful for students who want to maximize output practice. That would be interesting.
なるほどね。
It would be interesting
いいかも。
Yuki says it's a good idea. And I agree that it's a good idea. The issue with it is I don't think I was ever successful with that. I use an iTalk tutor a lot, but I don't think I particularly was very efficient or good at it. I just talked to them. I was just like, let's just have a free conversation. And I'd do that for an hour. And then it would be the same teacher for like 40 lessons. And it'd be like, well, we've sort of run out of things to talk to. I guess let's pull out a textbook. So the point is it's not really my specialty. So I don't know that I could make a good video on it because it's not something I've ever done. But it is something I could research and maybe make something about. So we'll think about that. Add that to the list of possible lessons.
味噌スープのことですかね。その
You can bake broccoli and it gets crispy. 味噌どっかに何かあるの？
わかんなくなってしまいました。
When's meat day in non-leap year February? There is no Niku day, Niku no hi in February unless it's a leap year. There isn't one.
その My mom always boiled it ってやつかな。
どこ？
上かな、もうちょっと上に。
ブロッコリーね。ブロッコリーがいつも。
ブロッコリーの話か。味噌じゃなくて。
茹でたってことね。Sometimes when Yuki is speaking, she says nanka. Not naka. She says nanka between phrases. It's like or ano or eto. It's similar, yeah.
そうそう。
Nanka. She's saying like something like, it's kind of like that. Something like, or like. You can think of it as like. Another thing in Japanese that's like that Yuki actually doesn't use a whole lot, but a lot of younger people do, and a lot of kids, is sa. Just sa.
そうだね。
あとさ、昨日さ、なんかさ、
そう。
どっか行って、友達に会って、
何々したらさ、
そう。
で、
行ったらさ、
なんだよね。
行ったらさ、友達がさ、さ。そう、さ
がいっぱいあるね。
Lots of sa. And one that recently I've noticed a lot of men using, especially younger men, is なんだっけ、テレビで見てたやつ。みんな言ってた、インタビューされた人たち。じゃなくて、あ
れだよね、それ、
なんだっけ、
駅伝のさ、
そう、駅伝のやつで、みんな
なんだっけな。
Ma.
あ、それだ。まあ
A
か。
lot of younger Japanese guys. A lot.
そっか。
During an interviews,
その書くところ、
they were
つける
using
ところを教えた方がいいかな、これ。
they were using ma. Like during their little 12-second interview, they would say ma like 20 times. I was counting it. It was
こういう
wild.
やつですよね。
Um,
こう全部が、
But it was like it was kind of like but it was more like, you know,
ああ、you know なの？それか
you
and じ
know,
ゃないの？
or
これ
something. I don't know. It's hard to express ma. I feel like it's less It's not like our in English where we're like.
ここまで休んでないもんね。
So they're not thinking when they say ma. They're using it to like soften the whole sentence. Basically, it feels like, or soften it or make it sound like they're not being like super ma, like sort of offhandish. Not offhandish, but like
まあ、プラスここに。
まあ昨日なんちゃらなんちゃら
そうそう
でまあなんとかなんとかで
センテ
まあ
ンスが来るんだね。
まあ it was super funny. Just listen to some interviews. You don't even have to understand what they're saying. Just listen for ma and sa, and you're going to hear it a lot. Girls are going to say sa a lot, although some guys do, and
だけど
boys are going to say
さ
ma a
あ
lot.
は、さあっていうのはこのセンテンスプラスさあだよね。
Yeah,
ここ
sa
の
usually comes after
そうそ
the
う。
sentence, and ma comes before the sentence. Ittara sa, but it's not. It can be after clauses
カッ
too.
コ
It
テ
doesn't
フォ
have
ー
to
ムみ
be
たいなコンジャクシ
after K
ョ
forms,
ンフォーム
conjunctions
って感じ
between clauses and after full sentences, and then ma is before. They're very
うん
fun.
うんうんうん。
You want to sound a little more natural, throw a ma if you're a guy before your sentence, and throw a sa between every single one of your clauses.
そうなんかはそしてみたいな感じだからなんか点そ
So
この文章が始まります。
I'm thinking about this thing, something like this. Yeah. And then times like that you
う
can use
ん
it. Yeah. I would recommend going through a textbook with them. I did that for Quartet 1 and 2 and got plenty of writing, speaking, listening practice. My Japanese improves leaps and bounds. Yeah, going through a textbook can be very useful because it gives you some structure to your listening. And I'd also recommend having like at least 15-20 minutes of free speaking if you can have it in your lessons. So would natto taste similar to miso? No, not at all. Recently I found that we got some like really good natto, like really
うん
homegrown stuff, local made stuff, and it recommended putting miso in the natto as like a instead of like a sauce, like a dashi. And that was really good, actually. Mixing miso, just a little bit of miso with the natto was excellent. But miso is very salty, and natto is natto. Natto is not something you can compare to anything in
そうだよね。
Western food. It's got a very natto taste, and it's very sticky.
何に似たものないのか
There's
な本当
nothing
に
that I can think of that tastes like natto. Like you will hate it. I think 98% of you who've never had natto will hate it. And then if you try it again in 2 or 3 years after only eating Japanese food for 2 or 3 years, you'll suddenly like it.
そういきなりねある日突然好きになりますからみんな
Koji fungus. Koji is it's used in a bunch of different things.
何コージーファングス
Koji.
コージ
Kin.
コージ
So
菌ってやつか
koji kin.
はいはいはいはい、は
That's
い、
used in a couple things. It's not miso, I don't think. Is
あ
it?
でも
Is it miso?
うん味噌もコ
Miso
ー
as
ジ
well? Okay.
味噌もコージ酒もコ
Oh,
ー
sake as well.
ジ
Right.
あと醤油もコージ
Shoyu
じゃ
also
ない
uses koji. Okay. So lots of different things.
なんかイーストっていうものが多分ない日本に
Because there wasn't yeast, they used koji.
そうそ
That
う
makes
そう
sense.
そう麹があるんだよね逆に
Japan loves fermentation, so many fermented things. It's probably why Japan has one of the longest lifespans in the world. I 100% believe that. Nagano is also home to, or at least a famous location for miso. And Nagano has the longest living people in the world. Top, look on Wikipedia. Men are number 2, women are number 1, overall number 1. Nagano, for some reason. I don't know why. I think it might be something to do with miso.
まあ味噌なのか わかんない。
Just good weather. Is soy
漬
sauce...
物なのか
This could be tsukemono. It could be that they're out in the sun working all day, every day. I think that's probably a big one. Is soy sauce there usually fermented? I believe yes. You are the performer. Yes, soy sauce is fermented. I know it's not American or Japanese, but as an Aussie, I should ask, have either of you tried Vegemite? Yeah, I'm not a huge fan, unfortunately. I've only had it once or twice, though. I might like it more now since my tastes have changed. Yuki は食べたことあるっけ？
あるある。
どう思ってた？
なんかさ、苦いよね、ちょっとだけ。
Bitter, she said. Bitter.
違う？
違わないよ。
なんかビールの
It's made from beer, yes.
ビールの味をちょっとペーストにして塩をつけたら似てると思う。
She says if you took beer flavor, made it into a paste and added salt, that's what she would think of Vegemite flavor as. Which is what it's made from. It's made from beer, I believe. But did you like it? That's what's being.
まあ、
maybe not.
パンにつけるのは好きじゃないかもね。
She didn't like putting it on bread. Dan says if you put it on buttered toast, it's great when you get the taste for it.
そうなんだ。
Vocabulary because I stuck at it. Can I know how can I add my new vocabulary because I stuck at it? Oh, did I get disconnected? OBS said I disconnected and then I'm back. I'm not exactly sure what you're asking. If you're asking about how to add cards to Anki or something, just put a word on the front, add an example sentence, and then put what it means on the back. And that's it. That's all you need to do. Some people prefer to put the example sentence on the back. I prefer it on the front because I think it's not cheating if I don't know what the word means, but I do know what it means within a sentence. Some people think that you should only have the vocabulary word on the front and then have an example on the back. But what I found is that I never look at the example sentence on the back of the card. But if it's on the front and I don't remember the word, I'll read the sentence, which gives me reading practice. And I can also usually figure out what the word means from the context, which gives me practice picking up meanings within context. And then it also helps me remember the word without having to go to the English meaning. So I prefer having the example sentence on the front. There might be some research out there that suggests the other way is better. I don't know. But for me, it's always been better that way. And that's it. If you just want speaking practice, you're probably better off with Hello Talk, in my opinion, much cheaper, and you may make some Japanese friends. That might be good. Sa confused me for the longest time. What's the difference between nanka and toka? Toka in general, like as a word, is technically it's a lot like ya. So it's like things like and. But in usage, some people will use it a lot like nanka. In fact, I use it way too much. I use toka a lot.
でもとかとさなんかってさまずまあ意味は同じだけどつく場所が違くない？
Yeah, the place you put it is different for starters.
そうそうなんかはこの文章の前にさ
becomes before the sentence.
そうそうあなんか and then みたいな感じでなんかとかさ、とか something like みたいな感じで
something like or
この後につくじゃないですか。でもとかは文章とかそのナウンが来て何々とかあと何々するとか、みたいなその文章プラスとか
So you put it at the end of a sentence
そうそうそう
and it'll be
でこの続きが来るかもしれないんですけどここも
and you might continue. It's kind of it's a little bit closer to sa in actual usage. But technically it means and it means things so it's like yeah basically. It's things like this and. So it's there's other things that examples of this but this is just one of them. But it's less like ya in the fact that it's often just used as an interjection, sort of like nanka and sa, where like it doesn't really have a whole lot of meaning. It's like what's the word for that? Kuchiguse. It's a kuchiguse. Kuchiguse in English is a what's a habit of speaking? What's that called?
そうだよね。
Kuse. I can't remember what that is in English. Somebody will pop it up. There's a lot of chat that we haven't scrolled down to. Sorry. Speech habit? Nah, it's not that. There's a word for this. It's what it means, whatever the English word is. Anyway, you'll get what I mean. But anyway, this is my kuchiguse. I use toka a lot when I'm speaking Japanese, and it annoys me. I think I use it too much. But it's not like wrong. It's not a mistake, so I don't worry about it too much. not a catchphrase, a phrase that someone says all the time. Like a certain person will always say this one thing, you know? They have this, maybe they say, you know, all the time, or they say, and, or they say, like, a lot, things like that. Or like, nandakke? Something like that. Yeah, quirk. I feel like there's a word. Idiocracy. A verbal tick? Yeah, that's closest. That's closest to the thing I'm looking for. A verbal tick. Something like that. That might be it. I thought there was another word for it, but that might be it.
ショートステム
Nimitz the Fish says, oh my God, I feel the same way about the example sentences. Sometimes I don't remember right away, but when I read the sentence, it just hits me. Yes, and that's why I think it's super useful. Some people, I don't know if they think it's cheating or they think that, oh, you actually just remember the sentence, you don't remember the word, so you didn't actually remember it if you don't, blah, 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 blah. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. I'm not trying to memorize something perfectly using just Anki. I know that'll never happen until I actually see it like 50 times in context anyway. It's just so that maybe when I see it in context, I'll remember it then. That's the only purpose for Anki, really, at that point. So like I don't care. I want to make my Anki as quickly and as easy as possible so that I'm not on it for 50 hours a day. And yeah, if the example sentence is on the back, I never read it, so it's useless. Filler word, something like that. Yeah. Pet saying. Yeah, I think verbal tick is the closest. Example sentences are good when your one-word English meaning maps to 6 Japanese words you learned. Yeah, for sure. Save this whiteboard and make a lesson, pretty please. That could be good. そうなん
か考えたんですけど、
ちょっと写真撮るか。
このさの前にはさ、この何々したらとか、その手フォームみたいなやつが必ず必要じゃないですか。
どれ
このさの前、何々しますさは言えないじゃん。
そうだね。
してさとか、何々した後
言ったらさ、
そうですれば
You can also say things though like でさ、
まあそうでさは
でさ
でさ and
like it's sa in usage is almost identical to like in English. So yesterday, like I went to the store and like you know, like that.
それがでさ
sa is almost identical in usage.
それだ。でなんかは文章の前につくのは始めるときにsomething like ブラブラブラみたいなやつ、でこのなんかはこの最後のところにはこうやってつかないで、次の文章がその来るときにあとなんか何してみたいな、そのなんかは必ず最初に来る、でこのとかっていうやつはさと同じように来るんだけど、これはなんか例えばナウン食べ物とかショートテンス、テニスするとかみたいな、そのまま使える。ここはテフォームじゃないとダメだけどコンジャンクションのものがいるけど、こっちはショートテンスのまま使えるんじゃないかなと思って。だってとかはさ食べてとかは言えないじゃん、だからそれがとかとさがちょっと違う、
So I'm just gonna That was long, so I'm not going to be able to translate that all together. Instead, I'm going to clip this, and then I'm just going to translate it all, and that will be the video. She just explained how to use it all. Long story short, though, is they all basically mean like.
So.
Like the like English. I'm heading off too. First I've caught in probably 6 months. Thanks for hanging out, Gulfside Fishing. Have a good night.
Hi.
I thought Toka was like saying and or in English, meaning it could be one of those things. Yeah, it is like that, but it's also used like this. So it's got like nanka is also has a very grammatical usage. Nanka tabetai, for example. Nanika tabetai. I want to eat something. That's one of the usages. There's a couple other usages that can be used, but the one we're talking about is different. This is just an interjection, sort of, that is used as like filler words. Filler words like the sa and the nanka and the toka can be used as filler words despite each having valid grammatical usages. Just these usages are not those. Just to be clear, nado is the same as etc., right? Basically, yes. And then toka nado is the structure. So toka nado. When you're actually using it to make a list, that's how you'd use it. Toka nado. So things like this and this. But
私がここになどってつけたからその説明だけだったかな。
I see. Maybe just that. Things like this is what it means. But yeah, it's also used with toka, except that it doesn't have to be. especially not in this situation. Amanda was heading off as well. Have a good one, Amanda. Thanks for hanging out.
みんなおやすみ。
Valley Girl Japanese style. Exactly.
そうでもこれは超カジュアルだからねこのさ。
Very casual speech. Yeah.
そう。
With that said,
さあ
with
と
that
か
said, I hear lots of young girls speaking with their superiors in Japan using desmas, and they're using lots of sa. They don't realize it. They're still using lots of sa. So it's very casual, but I still hear it a lot with especially younger women. When I worked at the kindergarten, you hear it a
お
lot.
ーそっか授業の後にじゃあ遊んでからさ
So
ご飯を食べましょうみたいな
so. I used to think that way until I finally had the light bulb go off that I'm learning a language and not taking a test. Any exposure is good exposure. Who cares if the example sentence is on the front? Exactly. Exactly. Can I know how you add your new vocabulary when you just start studying English? I've never just started studying English, but if I were, I would do it the same way. I'd put a word on the front of a vocabulary card with an example sentence, and then I'd put the meaning in my native language on the back. If English is not your native language, that explanation might be a little difficult for you, and if it is, let me know.
そういえばさっきさ、あれメンバーになっていただいた人、お名前いただきましたっけ？私お仕事をすっぽかしていますか？
Brendan san.
そう、Brendan さん。
Sorry, Brendan, if you mentioned something. It's possible that Brendan isn't even on the live stream. He may have become a member during a different video.
そっか。
Yeah, I see that in video titles. Will you be playing the game we were playing last week? Forgot the name. Misa Estudiando. I don't know if you're still here, but yes, we were planning on it. It's getting late already, but maybe we'll play for a little bit, yeah. I've been hearing Ma a lot in podcasts. I listened to that hosted by... Okay, yeah, we talked about that a few minutes ago. We need a lesson on filler words like this. I'd love to learn that kind of casual, natural sounding stuff. Yeah, eventually, originally I had intended to do a bunch of videos on just filler words, but I realized like 6 years ago that maybe I wasn't using some of them perfectly, so I didn't make the video at the time. But we definitely should do something like that. Like an oral version of ending.
そうこういうのね教えてくれないもんねそれな
That was kind of trendy a while back. Dan's not here at the moment. Okay, I just scrolled back a lot and realized we missed a lot.
それなはなんか That's the one みたいなやつですよね。
If I'm correct, says Dylan L, Ma is similar to saying well. Yeah, something like that. I've put olive oil and garlic paste in natto before and was great. Oh, nice. Yuki did olive oil yesterday. I like the taste of natto, but I can't eat it because of the texture. Yeah, the texture is what kills a lot of people.
ねえ、やだよね。
I like it.
ねちねちねちねち
It's
さ。
not lovely, and it gets stuck in the beard a lot.
そう、しかもね、ずっとビュービュービューって伸びてっちゃってさ。
Kaylee also left. Sorry.
おやすみなさい。みんな寝ちゃっていく人がいるね。やっぱゲームできるんかこれ。
いや、でもいいと思いますよ。60人も見てるし。Sorry, I mean study Japanese. I see. Thank you for the answer. By the way, you're very welcome. I'm here, says Brendan J. Yeah, okay, Brendan's here. So if you wanted Yuki to write your name in Japanese, or if there's a little picture you'd like her to write, let us know. Maybe she'll just go ahead and do the Brendan in Japanese if you don't have a preference. ありがとうございます。アンジ先生とユキさん。さようなら。See you later, Tony. Have a good night.
ねえ。みんなお疲れ様でした。
So yeah, I think now might be a good time to jump into the game we were playing last night, because that was quite fun. These weekly live streams are so nice. If I ever feel like I'm slacking in my studies, these always give me the motivation to finish the rest of the week strong. Thank you so much. You're very welcome. I'm glad that you enjoy them.
ありがとうございます。
I am going to go ahead and open up that ridiculous game we played last week. Oh, it looks like it might have an update. I haven't played a single game since last week. We don't game anymore. Downloading content. Okay, it should only be 20 seconds.
これ何次のさ。
もう写真撮ったから大丈夫です。
じゃあ次はブレンドンさんはブレンドンでいいのかな？
ブレンドン。
まだ確認中。
ブレンドンだと思います。
Okay.
Oh, just went full screen.
あ、そうだった。
Which means
そういうメ
I
スがあるんだ
need
ったこれは。
to get this open and pull the chat
そうか、私
over.
選ぶね。
はい、お願いします。
そうか、これカタカナで書かないとダメだった。ブレンドンだよね。
ブレンドンだと思います。
あ、これまだあれか、私が書いてるところに。
はい。
ブレンドン
Sorry, I'm moving chat over to the other screen so we can see it.
はい。
そう、ユキはあれをブレンドンさんのやつを
はい。
やってくれればと思い
や
ま。
ってやっていきますね、ブレンドンさんの漢字。
Yuki's going to work on your name. All right, and I'm going to pop up this screen over here. We've got this, I think, is what we want. Yep. Okay. There we go. So that ridiculous game that we played last week that a lot of people seem to enjoy. Oh, there we go. What it? I don't understand why chat never wants to show up here. Let's just put this like down here maybe. There we go. Okay, now we got it. Yay, I'm ready for that creepy forest. Oh, right, we didn't get to go into the creepy forest last
そう
week.
だよ。で、しかも一発目でなんか倒されて。
that's super, the wizard girl
そうだった。帰ってきた。
was actually super weak. Reminds me that I'm not alone. We're all trying to do this together. Indeed. Oh, yeah, I remember this game. Arigatou gozaimasu, Yuki, says Brendan. Yeah, she's going to work on that now for you. While I go ahead into the creepy forest. Question. I've been using ChatGPT to build the flashcards for Anki. Do the sentences on there sound natural if you have ever used it? Also been using y'all's website. Thanks again for the help. I'm glad you've been enjoying the website. Thank you, Will Kido. Now, back during GPT 3.5, I believe it was, and 4.0, it could be good sometimes, but it lies sometimes, and sometimes the sentences are very unnatural, because you got to remember that it's scraped the internet for Japanese sentences, and usually, since you're asking in English, a lot of the scraping has probably been done off things like high native, which are not necessary, or they might be using like a JPD, which, to be completely frank, they're often not very good. So a lot of the example sentences that ChatGPT will spit back out at you are not natural. Now, with the new model, I don't know if it's gotten better. I don't know. I should probably test it a little bit more. I'll jump into AI every once in a while just to keep up on it, because I know it's going to take over all of our lives one day. So at least being aware of it is probably useful, regardless of the ethics of the situation, what I think about it. But you do want to be careful with it. And it's hard to say how to be careful with it, because you won't know whether it's natural yourself. If you have a native you can check with, that would be nice. But then if you have a native you can check with, you probably wouldn't be using ChatGPT to answer your questions. So it's kind of a hard thing to really tell you what to do with. Your best bet is not to use it at all, because you're probably going to get unnatural sentences. With that said, you probably will get a bunch that are natural. So it's sort of it's hard to say. Five Toes Sloth Bear says, I would be careful with ChatGPT. I used it to help with grammar explanations, and it's sometimes good and sometimes really mistaken, so check it. But it's hard. Like, how do you check it? Go. In your video about the productivity journaling technique, you mentioned you are not actively studying Japanese. I was wondering if you could please speak to why that is. I'm pretty happy with my Japanese. I can read books. I can play visual novels without having to look a lot up anymore. I can read manga without having to look up a lot anymore. I speak Japanese all day, every day. Like, my whole life is lived in Japanese. I can write a lot of Japanese. I can read a lot of Japanese. I can speak comfortably with anyone I need to speak with about any topic I need to speak with. So the only reason I would need to study Japanese anymore is if I wanted to maybe pass like a kanken test, like a native Japanese kanji test. There could be that. Or if I wanted to improve my vocabulary more. If I wanted to get better vocabulary so that I could read even more complex books, then all I would need to do to study more is to read a lot more in Japanese. And I read from time to time in Japanese. Excuse me. So I'm just not so interested in spending lots of time trying to improve my Japanese right now, because the curve, the sort of, I don't know if it's Pareto distribution or not, but the curve of my Japanese learning is at a point where the diminishing returns are massive. So if I were to spend 8 hours a day reading all day, every day, yes, I would definitely improve. But the amount I would improve compared to 2 or 3 years ago would be minimal. So yeah. So I'm not too concerned with it. I'm more interested in other things right now. I'm more interested in learning to play piano, philosophy, things like that, which I am reading a little bit of in Japanese as well. So that counts as studying. So that's mostly why I'm not studying him. I think there will become a time in like a year or two when we're done with the Kanji series, which sort of is studying because I'm researching a lot of the history of Kanji and stuff. So that's sort of like studying. But when I get past that and maybe have like N4 done, I may spend another couple months doing like a focused immersion program, like to clear out my visual novel library on Steam or something. But otherwise, yeah, I'm not really studying personally right now. Is Tai Kim's grammar book good? I used to recommend it. There's some things I found that I disagreed with him on quite a bit. You have to remember he's not a native Japanese speaker, so that's one thing to keep in mind, and neither am I. So the fact that I disagree with him, you know, maybe I'm wrong. But there's some things in it, like, that I wasn't super on board with, and so I stopped recommending it. But that doesn't mean that it's not overall, like, a decent introduction. It's still not bad. My day job current project is a GPT-4o based project, so I'm kind of deep into it. Ooh, yeah. And he said to be careful. And Five Toes Sloth Bear said to be careful with it. 10-4, thanks for the insight. Much appreciated. He says that he's not studying, but he's basically studying every day by living. Yeah, essentially. I'm pretty much living it at this point. Yes, that's it. All right, we are... Oh, looks like before we jump into the forest, it looks like Yuki has finished. Let's see if I can find the... Okay, Brendan-san's name. So here we go. Zoom in on that. That's fine. Hi. We're going to explain that to you quickly.
ブレンドンさんは3文字の漢字で、名前をつけました。
She wrote your name with 3 characters.
はい。まず、この歩くっていう字をぶで読みます。
So this kanji means to walk, or it can be like physically to walk, or it can be to follow a path, things like that, and that's going to be read as ぶ here.
はい。で、次の漢字はレンっていう2文字で1文字の漢字にしました。
So the next one, the reading of ren, she's given to this character.
はい。で、このレンっていう漢字は、wise、賢いとか利口っていう意味があって、
It means to be smart or to be
wise.
Yeah, wise.
はい。で、このドンっていう字は、これ、ドンっていう字でもう一文字の漢字なんですけど。
The next one, dom, is this character.
はい。で、この漢字は純粋の純っていう字で。
And this one is for, it's in the word 純粋, which means pure. Pure.
そう。で、ドンっていう読み方をします。
Right. So, it means, basically, if you were to take your name, it would mean walking the wise, pure path. And that's your name, Brendan-san. Hope you like that.
男の子っぽい。
Very, very manly, she said.
男の子っぽい。はい。
All right. Thank you very much, Yuki. And thank you very much, Brendan-san. Appreciate it.
はい。ありがとうございます。
Oops. It's asking me if I want to put a user in timeout. I do not want to do that. Okay. Back to the game.
はい。
Thanks for answering. That sounds fantastic to reach a level where you can engage with complex material, and in that it could be more effective than cramming study. Yes. I mean, I still should do some more, but I'm pretty happy with where I'm at.
これ私こっちであれを見ればいいですね。このコメント。
そうだね。でもここに見えるよ。Thank you very much, Yuki. Says Brendan.
ありがとうございます。
All right, guys. We need you to answer these questions for us. We've got dog. We've got byoin.
かわいいやつが出てますよ。
ご飯、住所、犬。What is the answer here? Thank you very much, Minami. That is correct. 犬. Can you hear the audio, guys? Let me know. This one is cat. We've got 猫、ju、赤、tomodachi. What do you guys think it is? I use AI to break down sentences I don't fully understand in text, like novels. I know enough to know that it's flat wrong, lol, but I don't. But when I don't have a native to ask the nuance, it makes sense. Thank you very much, guys. That is correct. Misa estudiando morbid blessing, ni meets the fish, and Gregels. AOD 117 as well. Park. We've got koen, gohan, takoyaki, iku. Thank you very much. That is correct. Ni meets the fish. Hayai. Okay, now let's hope our extreme advantage. Let's hope our wizard girl survives. Let's use a skill. Flame slash. Boom. Torakoishi. A tiger stone. Does he have any skills? Olympic lift.
Olympic lift?
He didn't have this last time. What is this? Olympic lift on the Torako. What?
すごい
Love it. Okay. And does she have a skill? No, because she died. Just.
この
Does she
人
do
な
anything?
この
Oh,
人
she does a
何
little
か
damage.
あ、
Okay,
なん
she's
か
got a
なんか
magic.
してるんだよ
There's got to
ね
be some way to
なん
like.
かしてるんだよねこれ
Oh,
は
we knocked him out. Just tuned in. Wow, Yuki got her haircut. Nice one, says Albert.
ありがとうございます
Prawida. Okay,
Stop.
Prawida. Thank you, she said.
ありがとう
Yeah,
ご
she did.
ざいますこの
Oh,
これ
twin
送っとくね
twin
この漢字
lightning.
作ったやつ
She's sending your name
そ
into
う
chat as
そ
well,
うすいま
Brandon.
せん遅くなりました
New skill, twin lightning.
おなんかくれましたねこのなんか新しい技
ね
使えるようになった
New skill. Hey, Andy.
あまただよ
Going to hit the hay, but I really enjoyed the stream. I will watch back the VOD. Thank you very much, Coffee Slayer. Thanks for hanging out.
ありがとうございま
We've
す
already got dogs, so I'm going to just pop that up. We already got cat as well. And we already got coin. It's the same
え
ones.
これ同じやつなの
The same ones. Oh, you got two friends now. Yeah. LMAO,
Yay.
Wizard Girl bringing nothing to play here. At least she didn't die this time. Yeah. But she's got a skill now. So I've still got a decent amount of.
え最初にやらせることできるのこれ
No, I have to go in order.
ああそうなんだ
We're going to do another Olympic lift for this guy. Olympic lift. Let's go. Oh, I love the
Oh,
sound
my
effects. I love
God.
the sound effects. All right, Wizard Girl now has a twin lightning skill. That is a lot of spell
Oh.
power. But let's see. Whoa, whoa, double. 120, 100 and, what is that? 28,
強い
136
い
damage.
きなりいきなり強いじゃないですか
Way too much spell power used there, but still. Cool. All right, another level up. Boom.
お
That
ー
looks like a dead end, eh? I wonder if you could pick things up off like secret. I don't know if we're gonna make it through here, guys. Oh,
Ah.
here's a new one.
はい
All right, what do you guys think? What is this? It's a fridge. We've got 冷蔵庫と七
うん
本. The way he
なんだろうね、
kissed his muscles. Oh, I
これ。
missed that. I missed that. I gotta check. That is correct. 冷蔵庫.
お
We
ー
got fence. 柵手南天ぷら.
おー
天ぷらかな?
なんだこのチョイスは
Hey Andy, I just want to say big thank you for your effort. I'm trying to get my JLPTN5 Digital Eye, and I'm trying to finish your Genki 1 playlist. It's so nice and helpful. P.S.
おー
I'm on the lesson 6.
Ah,
Nice.
いいですね。
I think you could probably make it. You got another month and a half, something like that. Yeah, not bad. Hope it's helpful. Saku, yes, very good. Sink.
そう
We've learned this one before. We
手
got
フォームさえねマスターできればね
そうそうそう
も
if you can get the Tay form down, you'll be good. はい、季節、警察、流し. I can't read that.
うナス
Nasu.
ナスです
Nasu. Nasu is usually written in katakana.
そう
That is
なん
correct.
だっけ
Nagashi.
アー
We
バ
learned
ジ
that last
ーン
time. Aubergine, yeah. Furigana would be nice. Yes, it would be, but we've already learned all these words throughout the game last week when we were Oh, right. So actually, what I forgot to tell you guys last week when we were playing this game is there's a kanji version. So last week we had the
そっか。
kanji version turned off, so it was all in hiragana. So all of these are in hiragana. So I turned on the kanji version just to see what it was like, and I completely forgot about it. So now it's got all the kanji. So that's why I'm reading them out to you. But
これ
there is a
振り仮名に
there is a hiragana version. There's no kanji with furigana version though, unfortunately. That would be nice, wouldn't it? What is this? It's just a cat? I think we're gonna have to use a skill on this
ね
guy.
猫ちゃんがいる
Flame slash bakeneko. Just a stupid
Oh.
cat, okay. Or a ghost cat. 108! Woo woo! Olympic lift, yes, he leveled up, so he's got full health.
かわいい
I didn't
ア
see
タ
him
ッ
kiss
ク
his
された
muscles.
時の顔がかわいいものあ
Oh,
見
we
えま
couldn't
せ
see
ん
his
でし
cow.
た
I don't think she has enough spell power to do another thunder lightning right now. 41, that should have been enough. No? It was not enough! Oh, it was
Oh.
enough. Poor guy. I'm struggling with my conjugations, mostly adjectives. I'm going to try and cram this week. You will get there. The more you encounter stuff, the better you'll get. Woo! Level up! Left or right? Left or right? We're gonna go right. Ah!
何そこ川
Dead end.
あ
Is this a rock? Oh, we can't look at it. I tried my first italki tutor a week ago because of my poor production of Japanese. I'm on Genki 1, lesson 10. He said I understand the grammar well, but need a community tutor for speaking. Any thoughts, please? A community tutor can be helped just to have like just to get speaking practice, just some free speaking. But also shadowing can help a lot. Things like that.
あ、さっきさ、ニミツ
Oh,
のフィ
thank
ッ
you.
シ
Yes,
ュ
it's
も
Kusa.
さ、明日なんか初めてアイトクアイをするって言ってたの。誰だったかな？
わかんないけど、今はディルンさん。
そうか、頑張ってください。
やったよ。もうやりました。
あれ、
And
明
they were
日
saying
の
they should get
明
some
日
speaking
やる
lessons.
人誰？
明日やる人は先週じゃない？はい、next is shrub. We learned this one last week, the first time Yuki and I had seen this word. And I actually used it a bunch this week. So we learned this word last week in this game.
はいはいはいはい。
And this week I think I used it about 6 times when I was cutting some shrubs. So 消防車、
大
大人、
低木、
and
水。
I think I unleashed the italki stuff. Ah, okay, that was you. Okay. It looks like a lot of you probably don't remember this one because you didn't. Oh, Nimi's Fish remembered.
あ、素晴らし
Very
い。
good.
もう私よりね、レベル高いですわ。みん
Isn't
な
shrub also just key? Yes, you can also use just key. That's
Mm.
what Yuki used to use. But apparently teiboku is an actual word. Andy leveled up, so I can use my flame slash again. Sweet.
いいですね。
Hans, his little Olympic lift is just 5. So we're
Hi.
going to use that. Boom.
おー。
And she, oh, we didn't even need her. That's why she wanted all the muscle guys, because she couldn't do anything.
なるほどね。
I'm guessing we can't go down here. Oh, we can, and it was the correct direction. Oh, lucky. Yateiboku. Oh, here's a good one. Flower. We've got kinka,
はい。
umi,
はい。
hana, toriniku.
はい。あ、もう出てるわ。もう
Wow,
花
hayai.
が
Hayai.
花
Correct. And next we have she.
あ。
Nishi, kanojo, sakuya, chisai.
はいはいはい。さっきさ、なんかさ、少女とさ、女の子とさ、
Mm.
女子の違いは何か
出たの？
聞いてた人がいたよね。うんうん。
Really? Oh.
そうそう。
This is where the kanji helps because teiboku uses the kanji for low and tree. It does help a lot, yeah. Next one is he.
ヒーラ、
Ude,
腕。
isha, 2月、カレー。
はい。
Correct, it's カレー。
うん。あれなんか2匹いる。
Oh, we're gonna have to, we're gonna go after the Kasa. Kasa Kozo. I wonder, oh, 122, wow. Wow, he's
あ
out.
らら。
He's out. I wanted to see if her twin lightning took out both, hit both guys, but
あ、ボスガイにできるの？
yeah,
そ
she
の
見たかった。できるかどうかわからない。Poor cheese man.
そう
He's
だよね。
actually an umbrella. Boom.
チーズ。
Poor cheese man. He's an umbrella. Yeah, the kanji's nice. I'm glad they have that. Because last time it was only hiragana. Oh, everyone leveled up. Nice.
おー。
So I was hoping that you could do kanji, and it appears that you can. Does this take us out? Oh no, dead end. Ah!
ポケモンみたいだね、ほんとに。
It's very much like Pokemon. My if I did it over
Chair.
again, change would be to do all my cards in kanji furigana so I can see the kanji for all my vocab from the start. 100%. I 100% recommend that. Hayai.
早い、もう何も読んでないのに。
Dining table.
はい。
Akushu? Akuto?
違います。
違う。どうやって読むんだ？
収穫。
収穫。
収穫はスメリングのセンスです、ね。
the sense of smell. 収穫。Ooh, that was a tough one. 1.
はい。
耳
はい。
and 机. These a YouTube channel getting really popular where the main
机です。
character is a cheese mascot. It reminded me of him. Okay. 机, that is correct. Nimitsu fish. テーブル. He just read that as テーブル. 机. Either way. はい, we've got wall. 腕. 三角.
はい。
壁.
はい。
黒. 壁 is correct. Very good. Some of these options are pretty funny, yeah. Oh, we're just gonna do regular
また
attacks.
チーズが出てきました。
Cheese, yeah.
この納豆みたいだね。納豆みたいじゃないなん
It
か
looks like natto? Oh, like a natto, like one of the ones in the
そうそう
tree thingy.
三角の
Yeah.
やつ。
He has magic powers, including turning anything or anyone he touches into cheese temporarily. Okay. I think I've heard of that. Oh, wait.
石
石
Oh, just
か。
ishi. Okay. Was there something this way?
うんうんうんうん
Oh.
あ、お、
Don't tell me this just took us out. Okay, no.
これなんかさ、ボスみたいなのがいるってことなのかな
Yeah, maybe there's nothing here. Maybe it's just like just a park. Hi, we got chair again. We got
はい。
4. 椅子、おいしい、土曜日。
ふんふんふん。
はい。
椅子。
ダイニングテーブル。
まただ。
机、目、玄関。
はい。
Dining table, ear. Yeah. Great. This reminds me of Japanese computers from the 80s with the difficult kanji rendering. I went to a vintage computer festival in September and someone had a ton of computers from Japan. Oh, that's cool.
おー
Wall, 仕様、なんだっけ、惑星。
はい。
惑星。
惑星
警
です。
察署、
はい。
and 壁。惑星 is galaxy, I believe. Table.
あ、そうなの？惑
惑星
星
is
で
no, 惑星 is not galaxy. I'm sorry. It's constellation.
壁。
ちょっと待って。プラネットじゃないよ。
Just planet? I thought 惑星 was constellation. Just planet? Just
違
planet.
うか。それ何？そのか
I have to look it up. Well, I mean, she's gonna be right, obviously. I thought 惑星 was constellation, but I guess it's just planet. Constellation. Oh, it's just planet. Okay, I was wrong.
コンストレーションは何ですか？
What is
水星じゃない。
constellation?
水星？
水星?
水星じゃないですか？
Yeah. Seiza.
あ、
Seiza.
星座が
Constellation. Duh.
あ
はい、惑星 is just planet. My bad.
あ、みんな言ってるよ。プラネット。プラネットですよ。
Just a normal attack. See? You guys got me beat there.
おーそっか、コンストレーションが占いのやつ、フォーチュンテリングのやつ。
So. Planets are wandering stars, came in Japanese. Right, makes sense. How's it going? Says Orange Carrot. It's good. I guess I have to go to the center of this place, I'm guessing. Quasar. Oh, yeah, kinda. My boy is strong. Oh, chair.
ま
We've
た
got this one a bunch of times, so I'm just gonna do these for us.
テーブル。
Table, wall, and kabe. Okay.
壁。
Looks like there's only a few
違うやつない。
words we have so far. Extreme advantage. And now we just have to attack. We don't have to use any skills. Wow.
さっきの愛登記の話なんですけど、
Hi, the
なん
talk
か
about italki from
そう
before.
そうどんな感じなのか
Ice
な
shard. どんな感じ？
私やったことないじゃないですか。
Yuki's never done italki, so she's curious about what it's like.
うんなんかもう最初
Oh, here's a good one.
お、
はい、
ファミリーだ。
どうぞ。
町、
福祉、
うん
晩ご飯、家族。
福祉わかる？福祉。
福祉
うん。
is it adverb or adjective? I think it's adverb.
はい。
はい
アル
adverb
バーブです。
天ぷら、
はい。
父。
はい。
ちょっと待って。
ちょっと待ってね。はい。ちょっと待ってるよ。ちょっとってどのぐらいだろう。
もう無理。
喜怒哀楽と読みます。
喜怒哀楽。
はい。喜怒哀楽は四字熟語で、全部が感情の漢字なの。喜ぶ、怒る、悲しい、楽しいっていう。
So it's the four main types of emotion.
はい。
So it's happiness, anger,
present,
sadness or loneliness, and
あれで
3番目は sadness, loneliness ってこと。
そうだね。
And then 4 is like enjoyment.
うん。
Interesting. So it's the four types of common emotions. And what is it again? Can you read that for us?
喜怒哀楽です。
喜怒哀楽。
はい。
Okay, so they each have their common readings, but
はい。
喜怒哀楽. Interesting. Anyway, the dad is Chichi.
あと
Someone already answered, I think.
はい。
A long time ago. I'm afraid of italki and hello talk and the likes. Too shy. I hear ya. It's usually nerve-wracking the first time. It's usually fine though. Jason, oh, I missed a bunch of stuff. Jason, in what time? Thank you for the stream. My first time sitting through one. I'm going to check out this game to play for myself at a later time. Thank you very much. Yeah, you're welcome. There's a link in the description if you're interested. Yeah, but call at the first cute bunny and I talk later on the weather. Is your mom? Can you type that? 喜怒哀楽。はい、one second. 喜怒哀楽。
はい、出ましたね。
喜怒哀楽。
はい。
There you go. Welcome back, Come to Japan Dan. Hi, and here's mom. I think somebody's already answered that. Good.
母。
Haha.
母さん。
お母さん。
それさ、最初、そのさっきの愛登記なんですけど、なんかその初めて会うビデオで会うじゃないですか。
So you meet someone for the first time, yeah?
そう。だよね。いつもそのビデオチャットなんでしょ？
Video chat, yes.
で、こんにちは。 はじめまして。
Usually it's from that.
もう最初からもう Japanese only って感じ。
Usually teachers will start from the very beginning in Japanese, yes.
まあその language you want to learn is がってこと？もう最初からもうその学びたい言語だけで。
Yes, whatever language it is you want to learn, they start right away with that language. If you usually you have to like you schedule something and they'll send you a message, and if you ask them to tell them you can't speak any Japanese yet, a lot of times they'll start in English with you. A lot of times the teachers will ask how you want to do the lesson, things like that. There's also nowadays I think it's a little bit more streamlined, so they'll have different types of lessons you can choose from. So if they do a Genki lesson, maybe they have a structure they start with, and then they just follow that structure.
あ、なるほどね。
Well, I think we made it somewhere.
お、なんか。
I forgot that you can't save. Can I save while I'm in here? I'm guessing I can't. No, I can't save while I'm in here. All right, we're going in, guys.
どうすれば
I've used Hello Talk. It's like social media to talk with people. People post what they are doing with the language they learn. Some willing to chat one-on-one. I'm just bad at social media. Me too. I think it's better to doing great day and what I hope to and don't. I don't think so. I'm not sure. Yuki would be great as an italki coach because she's easy to understand and has enough English to be able to help others with rough parts. Yeah, I think she would be really good. People have suggested it before, and she's considered it. It's just that we're so busy with all our, with this. Well, not this game, but like ToKini Andy that she didn't have time.
そう、時間がね、もう全然ね、生徒が選べないよね。
そう。
私がコーチになっちゃったら、生徒が時間を選べません。私が時間を選びよう。
So she would have to choose the time for people to have lessons. There wouldn't be any times that the students could choose. Where are your parents, boy? Not that you care. What? Now that's a good point. I haven't asked anything about my parents. What are you talking about? I care. You have no idea, do you? That makes this all the more sweeter. Yuki will be booked until 2027, basically. You guys have enough planned material for a lifetime. 100%. All right, guys, kitchen. We've got uchu, ginka, 台所、預かり金じゃなくて預金か。そうだね。
はい。この宇宙が何か。
That one is universe.
はい。
Or space. Or space. Not galaxy. No. I've had good experiences with italki, especially once you build a rapport with a tutor. It's less scary. It adds motivation to study, which I think is one of the most valuable parts. And I have also had great experiences. I used a teacher for like 70 lessons, and then I had taken a break for a year because I didn't need lessons anymore. But I went back to her a year later because I had to give a speech in Japanese at a wedding, and she helped me write it. So she would I would write parts, and then she would help correct it and make it better, and she helped me write the speech, and the speech went really well. So there's lots of ways you can use italki. I have a ton of credits on there because of my affiliate link, and I've never used any of those affiliate link credits a single time. I really should, just for to make videos about it. It could be a good idea. But, bedroom that is correct. Nedoko.
寝床じゃない。寝室ね。
Nedoko is also correct, man. But 寝室 is what the kanji is here.
寝床はね、結構ワイルドだから。
Wild. The kanji weren't appearing. Yeah. 寝室. Toilet. 使用付き or 付き手紙お手洗い。
はいはいはいはい。
ベッドフム。
惜しい。
Close. Bedroom. Thank you for your videos. You helped me pass my Genki Quartet test. That's awesome, Hana. I'm glad that it helped out. そうだね、Dan. Yes, お手洗い. Thank you very much. トイレ would also be correct.
バンされちゃわないのかな、
Extreme advantage. We're going all out on the skills on the boss, guys. We're gonna go, new ice shard. 30 points? Wow.
すごい。なんか新しいものが増えていますね。
重ぼっこ。
この人がボスなのかな
I'm thinking they're the boss. 51, 104. That was 200 damage right off the bat. Wow. Olympic lift on this guy. Do a comedy video where you pretend to know basically any Japanese, and then after about 10 minutes of stumbling and struggling, you rip out an advanced phrase. That could be fun. They never stood a chance. Bloody tree. Hey, twin lightning. Bye-bye. Bam. 83, 89. That's it. They didn't even get a single attack off. Woo!
もう
1,500 experience, 750 yen.
Nice.
Everyone leveled up.
すごい。これボスだったんだよね。これボス
Why does the toilet room have a hand on it? Oh, because the kanji are hand and wash. Correct. Wash your hands. That's exactly it. My screen froze on kitchen, so I thought people were guessing rooms, thinking they were kitchen. Okay. Let's go. Yeah, that was easy. Now tell me what you know about my parents. His face does not look like he's using that voice at all. Ha 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 ha. I would never tell you anything. I just wanted to see you squirm. Alright. we got an achievement. Are you a lumberjack? Defeated the vampire tree. Juboko. Oh, the go disappeared. We freed the park. Woo!
Oh.
We're awesome. What was that about? Majoko. Oh, her name is Majoko.
そうだよ。
Magic girl.
魔女の子。魔女子。
Right. Magic girl, right? Well, witch girl. Witch girl.
witch girl.
Honestly, I'm not sure, but it
magic
felt
girl,
weirdly personal. Obviously, he totally called out your parents. What a weirdo. How did he even know you had those? For a tree, he was very talky. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Let's go so I can sign up for the tournament. Tournament?
いきなり、あ、
The
何それ
park is like just a normal park.
トーナメントエリア?
No, this is the park. You found Juboku's branch. What do we use that
もう
for?
ゴミ箱に捨てられているボスの形
Oh,
見が。
I think it's a weapon. It's constantly bleeding, but seems to have magical properties. Ooh, we're giving this to Majoko.
ああ、it's constantly bleeding なんだね。
Majoko. All right. So
はい
you got a Juboku branch.
おー
Oh, did I actually equip it though? I did. Okay. Sweet. Oh, it's like, is this like eighth grader syndrome? What is that called again? Chunibyo.
それ
Yes.
ですそれです。
I've never heard it called eighth grader syndrome. That's funny.
それ
That's
8th grade syndrome って言うんだ。中二病のこ
That's
と。
good. Chunibyo. Oh, does this give us Japanese for the swings? No? Slide? No? Oh, it does give us for.
Ah.
Oh, no, just for the bush.
なんだ。
Eiboku.
これなんていうか知ってる？
Branco.
すごーい。
Branco. Type
こ
that
れ
in
みんな
chat.
英語でなんていうか知ってる？スイング。
It's called swings. Yes, it's called swings. Branco is what it's called.
こ
in
れ
English.
これ何か知ってるこれ？
This is called a suberidai.
おー。
Suberidai.
スライドか。
Slide, yes. Thanks again for catching my Fenton. You're very welcome. Thank you for getting my Kodomo his park dirt. Oh, right. He hasn't been this happy in ages. Oh, we got him the dirt.
うんうんうん
Right, he really liked dirt. Park dirt! Yay! Thanks, mister! I guess freeing the park was part of that quest? I don't know. Alright,
あ、そうだよね。
we saved the park.
そう、ブランコについて。What did that delete
I wonder where the katakana comes from. I imagine
drive か。
Branco. We could look it up. Branco
なんだろう
comes
ね。
from.
ブ
I
ラ
can't
ン
remember
コ
if it has it on G-Show usually. If someone can look up where it comes from. Ooh,
ちょっと
quest.
調べます。
Oh, we already did this. Okay.
語源。
We're going to the tournament. New area, kids. Oh, I want to talk to this guy. He looks bouncy. Uh-oh. Grass. Safe.
へー
Well, if it isn't the boy from Mae with his tomodachi. Okay. Would you like another grammar lesson? Grammar gal. Trick question. You're getting one, Ima. I had a feeling when I walked up to you this might happen. Okay, it's the girl from before. Before providing you with your next mind hamburger, I'll ask you, do you know what an honorific is? Can't answer because it's a video game with no options to choose a different dialogue, eh? Ah well, let's assume you don't. An honorific is a part of speech that includes prefixes and suffixes, parts of speech said before or after a word, that are used out of politeness and or respect. You probably are already aware of common honorifics such as sam, sama, kun, chan, senpai, sensei, and the like. It's similar to how English uses Mr. and Mrs. as a prefix for politely referring to someone, but a bit more complex. There are more variations and they depend on your relationship with that person. All the honorifics mentioned are mainly used for people and our suffixes go after the name of a person. The most common prefix honorifics are o and go, which can be used with people and objects. Some objects, eh? A good example is ocha, meaning tea. Technically, you could drop the honorific and the meaning stays the same, but it is less polite, more casual. Another example is otearai, which you should know is the word for the toilet room. Sometimes honorifics are added to words that are considered impolite to add a little bit of politeness back into it. Hence, otearai. That makes sense. And with that, I'll let you get back to it. See, it wasn't that bad. I think that depends on your definition of bad. ブランコ戦
あ、そうそう。ブランコ、
I can't see the
ブラン
second
コじゃ
kanji.
ない、それ。漢字。
Oh, is that just the kanji for ブランコ？
そう、ブランコは漢字じゃない、
Wow.
それ。
Interesting.
あのね、
But it's got to be from
ブ
some
ラン
other
コ
language, eh?
は、そう、ポルトガル語。
Portuguese. Okay.
あ、でもさ、このデュクスンドさん、
デクンデ
さんが、ブランコ is from a
Portuguese.
Portuguese
Okay.
loan word って書いてある。
I didn't look at the screen when I got whatever I just got. What did they give me? Equipment? 8-bit sword. All right. +3 attack, +1 critical. I think my other swords are better. なるほどね。
うん、
Portuguese.
ブランコ
ありがとうございます。
ということでした。
I'm avoiding grass just like I do in Pokemon games. Ah, they got me. Speaking of grass,
はい、
everyone, LOL in chat.
火曜日、
火曜日。
豚肉。
豚肉, that is correct. Kusa. LMAO. Tree. We'll start from here.
木、
うん
木って
こっちこっちこっち。
あ、窓、形容詞。
形容詞。
みんな形容詞わかるでしょ、形容詞。
Adjective. Key is correct. Thank you
はい
guys.
いい
Shrub.
ですね
We had this one pop up
あ、
earlier.
出た出た。人、5月、低木、時。
大木。大輪ね。大輪。
低木。
低木。Extreme advantage. We only need an attack on this. Okay, there's not new monsters in the new area. I was wondering if
こ
there
れ
was
ニュ
going
ー
to
エ
be
リ
new
アに
monsters.
来たの？
Yeah, we went up north. We're going to the tournament.
そうだったんですね。
あれ? Oh, he's fine. Okay.
どっちが、
He
今
just
見
kissed
た
he just kissed his muscles, eh? Odin. I found Odin.
やったおでんだ。あ、おでんさ、いいじゃん、おでん。
Odin is good. If you, well,
あ、なんかあ
some
る
people。might like it.
なんか
It's like a
城
quiz
み
thing, but
たい
there's
な
a
もの
castle.
が。
We're going to the castle. Wow.
す
It's
ご
a big
ーい。
castle. Can I go around the back?
すごい。
Yes. Hitting
すごい
space
キ
bar
ャ
to
ス
see
ル
if
があ
there's
る
a
よ。
secret items like in the original Pokemon.
まあね、そう。ピコ
Nope.
って言うからね。
Nothing. Okay. No secret items. Hiroi. It is indeed.
わー。
Is this a gym? Is this a Pokemon gym?
これトーナメントプレイス？
Welcome to the Katakana Castle. Or should I say Katakana Jo. Feel free to check out the Katakana collection or pop in for a Katakana lesson with our on-site tutor. He's a bit igari, angry, but he has good advice on the subject. But anyways, I believe there's an event going on at the top floor that you may find enjoyable. Go yukkuri osugoshi kudasai. Please have a good time.
うん。
So I guess this is the area you learn katakana in. Anime, manga. I'm not going to do any of those
Oh.
lessons. I'm just going to go to the top floor.
ゲームセンターじゃん。
Is this the top floor? Gomennasai, the game tournament is postponed due to technical difficulties.
あらら。
This is such BS. I'm sorry. I know you were looking forward to that. It's fine. We'll just have to check back later, I guess. I'll tag along with you guys since my day is ruined. That is the spirit. Chin up. Or still down.
ありがとうございます。
Can we
コ
play
ーリー ASMR さん。
ゲーム
ありがとうございます。
Arigato, Corey ASMR. Power move. Hey, on lesson 4 right now, appreciate the hard work you put in on your website and its
Oh,
courses. Thank you so much, Corey
arigatou
ASMR. I
gozaimasu.
appreciate that. Stay away from the katakana, Sasuke in English.
やべ。
Oh my god, the floor. Yeah, it's hurting my eyes as well. Let's go. Arigato, Corey ASMR. Thank you so much. If you'd like Yuki to either
Hi.
write your name, Corey, in Japanese, I think she might have before. But if you'd like her to write your name again in kanji, let us know.
Corey-san.
Or if you'd like her to draw a little picture for you, let her know what you'd like to draw, what you'd like her to draw, and she will do that. Thank you so much. I appreciate that a
あ
lot.
りがとうございます。
Okay, we got game. What is this? Does this tell us what these are? No, okay. Oh, this claw machine is empty, just like my soul. Oh yeah, yours too? Yeah, totally me too. You get awkward easily, don't you? It's okay, Atsuki. I think you being the awkward one works for the group dynamic. Oh, that's good then.
8th グレードですね。
Arcade, nice.
ああ、アーケードね。
はいはいはい。
アーケードゲームと言いますね、こういう。
そうだね。Whack-a-mole.
アーケード
Oh, I want to do this one.
Game.
Can't.
うんうん
On my court, I am the king. I sink all my balls and get all the tickets. Okay.
お
Can I
ー、
talk to her? Nope. They're too busy. They're ignoring me.
そっか
Can。I talk to these guys? Dakuten are easy, but not hitting them at high speeds. That's the trick. And that and not getting tsu and shi confused. Just got to remember the eyes look over for shi and the surfers are upright on the tsunami. Oh, that's good.
Oh.
That's a good one.
確かにね。
Classic arcades are so sugoi. I wish I could take them home with me. I might steal that. Just have to unlock them for my home console. What is that again? Let me see this again. Just got to remember that the eyes look over for shi and the surfers are upright for the tsunami. Okay, cool. What's this game? Dakuten Driver. Ooh.
あ、遊べるの？
Corey has a huge channel. Thanks for dropping by.
ま
Yeah,
た
thank
こ
you.
のねこのゲームさエシカルがちょっと欠けてるもんね。
We haven't played this
エ
one.
シックス
We haven't played this one yet.
まあそうだけどちょっと私はそれもうエクスペクトしま
This
す
and me,
ね。
my friends in 9th grade. Oh my god.
コーリーさん。
So yeah, so Corey, let us know if you'd
コーリー
like
さん
her to draw anything for you. I appreciate that again. Maybe you could work on Corey's
コーリー
name. Corey-san. Corey.
コリーなのかな
Corey-san kana. And if not, let us know in the middle. We're gonna go with Papi Pupe. Papi Pupe po. Po. Do I hit them?
お教
Oh,
えてくれた。
pole, he said. Okay. Wow, I'm already done. That's it. That's the end. Okay, so I have to hit the one he said. No worries. Corey Simano.
シマノ難しいなその
She'll usually only do the first name, so you can choose one if you'd like, but she'll go with Corey for now, ne?
はいごめんね
コーリーさん
コーリーでいいかなコーリーそれともコーリー
I didn't hear what he said again. All right, I should listen.
すいません。
Hold on. He didn't say anything. What? I
どうやって
don't know. Did he say something? Is that it? You just have to avoid. No, there's got to be a
ど
score.
うやって
Hold on,
な
hold
の
on, listen. 何も言ってないじゃん。
何も言ってないよ
あれようやくなんか言った。Pet. Okay, he said pet.
Pet.
I'm half Japanese, half Louisiana Cajun. Oh, okay. Pet って言った？
うんペって言った
ペね
うん
はい
ペ
Pet. Okay, I see. Nice. Okay, so she's gonna work on your name with Aaron Kanji.
はい
You might already have. Oh, he said po there. My bad. The car is so intense. It is intense.
喋りながらできない
Got it. Yuki's gonna have a hard time looking away while goo. Okay. Well, she's working on names. Goo again. Okay.
あそうすいません私なんか無視してしま
全
った
然大丈夫。Ga. Ji. Gi? It sounded like he said G, but it's Gi. There it is. Goo. Alright, I'm good at this now. Get. Goo. This is kind of more fun than it should be. You said goo, right? Get. There it is. Goo. Ga. My goodness. I'm gonna go on forever. G? Gi? It sounds like he's saying G, but I know it's Gi. No, get. Ah. Abunakatta. He's getting faster and faster. Okay.
おお難しい
Get.
です
Oh, there was Ge.
ね
Yabe. There is no Ge. Still no Ge. There it is. Reminds me of Toho. Toho? Oh, what did he say? I didn't hear it. Was it Go? Oh no, it wasn't Go. Oh no. I agree that the music is jamming. The music is so good, says Inami.
そう東宝プロジェクトねゲームがあるんですよ
Ah, Toho
シュ
Project.
シューティングゲームだよね
I
そ
see,
れ
I
は
see, I see. By the way, Corey, how would you say your last name then? Can you give me like a phonetic spell down of it? Simano, kana? Simano? 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 I feel like it's Simano. Is that close? Andy the Romaji is on the top of the car. Was it on the top of the car? I didn't even notice that. I was just listening for the thing. That makes sense. Okay, that was kind of fun. Katakana candy.
おなんかかわいいやつ
Korishimono. Korishimono. Okay, there we go.
しもの
Korishimono.
こり
あ
しもの
shimono ね。はい、
し
OK。
ものなんだ
We'll go with yayuyo. You. What do I have to do? You. What? Didn't you say you? Oh, I have to catch it in the basket. I see. I was trying to get it on my head. Okay, getting in the basket's kind of hard. What? Minus 3 seconds. Is it still you? It is still you, eh? Ah, it hit my head. Yo! Oh no! Ah! Ah! Oh my god, I'm really bad at this. 0 points! Woo! Oh, 150 points. Alright, that was kind of fun. I'm really bad at that one. How about this one? We've got katakana-roids. Katakana-roids. In Japan, someone asked what "soudana" would be in English. Do you think it's "you don't say" or would be an appropriate translation? "Soudana." 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 I don't know. I don't know if it would quite be "you don't say." "Soudana." I don't know how I would say that in English at all, actually. "Soudana." "Soudane." It's like "soudane" basically. "Soudana."
I wonder じゃない?
It's like I wonder. Yeah. Something like that.
そうだなは
Oh.
Let me think かな.
Let me think. Yeah, something like that. What am I going for? I don't actually know. Do I just hit them all? Oh boy. Oh my goodness, it's so hard to turn him. Wait a second. Can I move? How do you move? Okay, you can move.
わーなんかどうぞ
Yabe! Whoa! Tsu. Ah! Can you get the little ones too? Oh, I died. One more time.
難しい
あいうえお
ね
I don't think it's quite... Oh, it is popping up. Ooh, okay, it changed. I don't think it's quite... I know... it changed to all of a sudden. Wow. Dead. This is really hard to steer. Oh, and I'm dead. Ah! And you lose 1,000 points for hitting the wrong one. That is wild. It's hard. I'm not good at arcade games. Okay, we're out of here. Anyway, yeah. Oh, it looks like she's got the first kanji for it. Oh, Atsuki. Hey, buddy, how's it going? Hey, you. Haha, it's Ricky. Ricky, of course. Looks like you made it out of the hospital too, huh? Yep, just got out and wanted to work on my katakana. Don't want to have my pants down if a yokai comes along. Are? Huh?
超びっくりしてる今
Holy!
なん
シャイザーかなシャイザー。
マイキーのってね
ミキー
あミキーがマイキーじゃない
His
んだ
name is Ricky! Mickey, no! Ugh, it's Ricky. Hang in there, help is on the way. Why me? I just got out. Please visit me, Atsuki. Huh? The byoin is so lonely. Wow.
すごいなそれ
Okay.
病院で住んだんだねそれまだ生き
すげえ
てたんだね
How do we even get into these other rooms? Oh, okay, like this? I don't feel like doing a lesson, so I'm not gonna... Oh, we got some vocabulary. Terebi.
こっちの感じにしようかな
ビデオ
ロボット、
ロボット、
カメラ、
カメラ、
スピーカー、
スピーカー、ナイス、
ギター、
ギター、
コンピューター、
コンピューター、
漫画、
漫画、
アニメ、
アニメ。
カメラ。
Alright, we've got all these. I forgot about collecting words in this game. You gotta do that. Definitely don't want to have your pants down near a kappa. This game is unhinged. I guess he wasn't wearing a belt. Indeed. Oh, I don't care. Okay, there's a lesson.
地球
Chiku Earth. Okay, is this? Yo, welcome to our Chisai Small Katakana Learning Center. We believe everyone can benefit. Even little punks like yourself. Did you even know that katakana was created in the 8th or 9th century by Buddhist monks? Not spelled correctly. Buddhist monks. Some people believe it even predated hiragana. Katakana was initially created to better translate Chinese characters from their kanji in a way that fit the Japanese spoken language better. It is now used primarily for foreign words and names, scientific terms, as well as for onomatopoeia and emphasis in writing. There are some textbooks on the desk with tips, and you can check the reference guide in your Game Buddy on Game Buddy or Game Buddy for mnemonics. What, you want me to teach you katakana? You think I would have time to go over every mnemonic with you punks personally? Baka kodomo. I just said you have a reference guide for every katakana, right? You really want to read a mile of dialogue again like you're back in the Byoin hospital? I didn't think so. But if you want to learn them so bad, I'd say just take a quick look at them and then head up to the play the arcade. A little repetition is all you punks need to get those babies down. All right, sweet. You don't have to read a mile of dialogue. He knew. He knows. He knows. What game is this? It is called Kagami. There's a link in the description to the Steam page if you're interested. It's kind of fun. I don't hate it. It's legitimately enjoyable. I think Wagotabi is the better learning game. It's like a grinding area. Yeah, so like if you want to learn Japanese, Wagotabi is probably going to be more useful. Maybe. Is that what I'm looking for? The word? But this one's quite fun. Is going back to the other town. I can't wait for Wago. What is this? Is this grass or is it gonna hurt? What is this? Kagami on Steam. It's gonna be huge. All right, we've got new words. Tomaru or Junigatsu, sankaku, haru. Which one is stop, ladies and gentlemen? Yuki's almost got your kanji done. Kori-san. Tomaru is correct.
はい
止まる
これでどうかなちょっと
Go. 停止. That's also correct. 小さい行く腕2月. Iku is correct. Thank you very much. Susumu. Come. Ayashi finger. We got 7. I'm sorry. 7 hana tsuki kimasu. いいね、いいね。いいじゃないですか。
はい。
はい。
どうかな
Okay, while you guys are, it is kimasu. While we're waiting for the
来ます。
battle to be ready, we're
はい。
going to pop up this.
あ、バトル最初でいいですよ。
We'll go Kori first.
はい。
Kori-san, if you're still here, this is the kanji
はい。
that
お
Yuki
待た
has
せしまし
chosen
た。
for your first name.
はい。お待たせしました。
お待たせしました、she says.
はい。じゃあブレイキングダウンしますね。コーリーさんはコとリを一つずつの漢字にしました。
So she made one kanji for
はい。
each sound. We've got the ko and the ri.
うん。でね、ちょっと申し訳ないんですけど、このリと伸ばして発音できる漢字がなくって、
So there's no kanji that you can extend the ri on, so
そうそう。
she's going to use one kanji just for ri.
そ
So
う。
kori.
コーリー。
But that's probably fine.
はい。という感じで、この「こ」なんですけど、この「こ」っていう漢字は「冴える」とか「冷える」っていう難しい漢字なんだけど、
The first one is to
そう
like it can be used for getting cold and things like that.
そう凍えるとか、
うん
そういう意味があるんだけど、
It has that
で
meaning,
も
but
そうだけどこの漢字にはなんか be clear とか冴える、頭が冴えるとか、その skillful っていう意味もあります。
so it can also have a meaning of to have a clear head
はい。
or to be skillful at something.
はい。で、このリーの方なんですけど、リーは、これちょっと珍しい感じで、クレバーという意味のリーにしました。
This is somewhat of a rare kanji,
So-
and it means clever. So it means to have a clear head, a clear, skillful head, and to be clever. So
はい。
kori. So I don't know if you're still here, but if you are, thank you very much.
はい、ありがとうございます。
That are the kanji she shows.
はい。そう、このね、リー一文字で、サトシとかって多分読んだりす
So
る。
if you have just this
そう
kanji
そう
on its
そう
own, it can often be read as satoshi.
うん、
That's interesting.
そう
Alright.
っていう名前に使われている字です。
Thank you again, Cody. Really appreciate
はい、あり
that.
がとうございます。
All right, now let's knock out this bake neko. So we're just gonna go with the text.
シェアするか。
Kage no neko.
でも
She's gonna pop that in chat as well.
ダンが
127.
いるか
Wow.
らダンがもしかしたらやってくれるかもしれない。
Moshikashite. Let's see who's faster. She's getting stronger. Oh, okay, we took him out.
私
Nobody's
タイピング
ever able
す
to
る
even
の
attack us anymore.
遅いからな。
What is going on in this town anyway? Level up. All right, guys, we're gonna go through the quiz.
何
Nani?
何ですか
Nan desu ka?
これは何ですか
Kore wa nan desu
お
ka?
ー
If you want to ask about that. Over
Ora.
there.
ありがとうございます。
Arigato, Eric Drew-san. Thank you for the Japanese lessons from Canada. Arigato gozaimasu. Thank you so much.
こ
Appreciate
ちら
that.
こそありがとうございます。
Arigato gozaimasu. Same as with Kori-san. Eric,
Hi.
if you'd like, or no, if you'd like. Yuki is going to write your name, Eriku,
はい。
in kanji for you. So,
はい。ありがとうございます。
arigato
書かせていただきます。
gozaimasu.
あ、もうありがとう。今ね、まだね、
Arigato.
まだタグしか名前できてない。あり
She
がとう
don't
ございます。
thank you, Dan, for the word. Yuki had only finished typing
そう
in
ちょっ
Corey's
と
name in the
は
tag.
い。ありがとうございま
So
す。
Yuki's gonna work on your name for you, Eric. Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
はい。エリックさんね。
Hi, are you okay? Is it okay? 大丈夫ですか?大丈夫ですか?
大丈夫ですか
And then we have, it's okay. I'm okay. I'm fine.
大丈夫
大丈夫. Hi, we're gonna take a test. You guys ready? What is it? What is it? Is it 大丈夫?大丈夫ですか?これは何ですか?何?何ですか?大丈夫. Hi, which one is it? It's kind of hard, I feel like, for people to enter in chat. We'll see if you can pull off the first one, and we'll see. I might just have to pick these. Oh, there you go. 何ですか? That is correct. All right, we go on to the next one. Are you okay? Is it okay? We've got 大丈夫. これは何ですか?何ですか?大丈夫ですか?何?大丈夫. What do you think?
うんうん
大丈夫ですか? That is correct. Okay, what is this? What is this? We've got これは何ですか? 大丈夫. 大丈夫ですか? 何ですか? 何? これは何ですか? これは何ですか? That is correct. That is correct. これは何ですか? We've got It's okay. I'm okay. I'm fine. 大丈夫ですか? 何ですか? 何? 大丈夫. これは何ですか? Correct, correct. Simon, just so you know, if you want to type the wa particle, you want to type HA. Hi, 大丈夫 is correct. 大丈夫. Then what? What? Nani? Correct, correct. Nani? Submit. You received 200 yen, that's it? All of that? For 200 yen? Oh, this is the hospital. Are? Or no, that's a helicopter pad. Never mind, it's not the
ほ
hospital.
ら、なんかまた怪しい場所ですね。
Ah, I walked into the weird purpley grass. All right, we've got female. Kuro, haha, minami, josei. Somebody had asked earlier in the stream, apparently, about the difference between josei and kanojo and things like that. This is the start of your answer. Josei. Ah, I guess I just answered that one. Sorry. Josei. Person. We've got yomu, kazu, hito, kagu. That is kagu, right?
そうです。家具です。
Whew. Okay.
ひらがなに直した方が。
やだ。頑張ります。Male. We've got 年 or 年。5. 学生。男性。学生。学生。学生。That's hard.
学生。
I should just do it that way. 学生。学生。学生。
難しいね。
学生。はい。That is correct. We've got 男性。
男性
Not quite seito. I like the accent. Extreme. Oh, wait a second. That was a different name. He's red. We might have to use a skill on this guy. Olympic lift on the enraged Bakeneko. Uh-oh. Boom. I don't know if I should use a normal. We'll just use a normal skill and see if we survive. 72. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, that was it. We're good. We haven't been hit by an attack in like the entire stream. Level 12, baby. Oh wait, that's regular grass right here. And then, so what is this purple stuff? And what is this? There's a sign that says hiragana-based emergencies only. Does anyone have one of those? Now only wimps get sent to the weenie side of the hospital. Yeah, totally. Atsuki, didn't you? Oh, would you look at the time? Let's stay focused on the objective at hand. Interesting. Byoin. So is this the original hospital that we were at? And then we came in a different direction? Or, oh, it is. It's the original town. But it's on fire.
Ara!
Pray at the shrine? Yes. Oh, is that it? Okay. So the original town is on fire. Hello and welcome to our humble jinja. You can pray. Okay, nothing new. Okay. So, what is this?
消防署
Shobosho. We found the fire station. This wasn't here before, was it? We'll do this later. Oh, fire truck.
消防車
Shobosha. Oh, it's giving the Weenie Hut Jr. vibes. I was just thinking. Can we go in here? We should probably check on Ricky before checking out the Shobosho. Okay. Really? The town is on fire. We really gonna go to the hospital first? Was there a Konbini before? I guess there was.
彼
Okay, I guess I can't pick anything out. Interesting. Irashaimase! I have 3,000 yen now. Or gold. We're gonna sell the 8-bit sword because we don't need that. Sell for 550 yen? Sure.
ど
Okay.
うかなこれで。
Buy. We can buy a gas station? Gas station mystery pill. What's the D stand for? Revives with 500 HP. Wow. Medium bento. Restores 700 HP. A barcode scanner. Blind your enemies before you smack them. +7 to crit. What? There's some cool stuff here. Okay. Interesting. We're going to exit though. Arigatou gozaimasu. 812. Did it say 812? That's funny. Okay. 812 instead of 711. That's good. Ah, I see. Okay, so how do we get to the hospital then? Can we go this way? 812 giant sign. Love it.
はい。お待たせしました。
Oh, we've got a
エリッ
name.
クさん。ありがとうございます。
Arigatou gozaimasu. Let's get this back up here.
なんか、
Eric-san, we've got your name on the
お待ちが
screen. I don't know if you're still here, but if you are, here you
ちょ
go.
っと見てない間にお待ちが結構なんか、
そう、街がなんかおかしくなってきたね。The town changed.
はい。じゃあ、エリックさんの名前をブレイキン
お
グダウ
願い
ンしいと
したます。
思い
Thank you
ま
again,
す。
Eric.
はい。エリックさんは、私が出てるよね。はい、エリックさんは、と、律と、くの3つの文字で、
So she's broken down your name into ritsu, when we'll use the small tsu version of ri, and ku. So eriku.
はい。
And they each mean?
はい。っていう字は、これ、恵むとか、恵まれるとか、いっぱいあるっていう意味がある。意味な漢字なんですけど
There's a bunch of English you could use for this kanji, but generally it means a blessing or yeah, to be graced with something. Yeah,
はい。
something like that.
で、この漢字でと読みます。
うん
で、2つ目は律という漢字で、これは法律の律とか、
So this one is used in words like horitsu, which means a law.
うん
So it's like lawful or regulations.
うんあと音楽だとその旋律とかそういうリズムのはなんていうの記号とかのこと
It's also used in music to be like a rhythm or like parts of different types of rhythms in music. It's used for that as well.
なんとなく私の中ではこの漢字はなんか規則正しいっていう意味があります。
Right. To follow. 規則正しい is like to follow
なん
correct.
か
Regulation, I think,
そう
is the correct way to say that.
はい。で、句はこれ俳句とかそのフレーズとか言葉とかの句になりま
This
す。
is the same ku that is from the word haiku.
はい。
So it's used in like things like haiku poems and for phrases like that.
はい。
So it's something like following a blessed, regulated poem of a life or something like that. Something
そう
like
で
that.
すね。
はい
まあこれ&でもいいんだけどね。
Blessing and rhythm regulation and poems. Something like that. So yeah, that's cool.
っ
I
て
like it.
いう感じになりました。
Very good. Thank you, Eric.
は
Appreciate
い
that.
ありがとうございま
は
す
い、ありがとうございます。All right, pop back over. The music has changed a lot. It's much nicer over here.
ね。
But still, did we come here? I don't remember this place at all. Oh, my crazy Kodomo ran into this dangerous forest.
また
Thought I was screaming something about his path to dirt and lightning. Oh, it's that mom again. I never know what is going on in his head. Would you mind checking around the forest and see if you could find him for me? Sure, but we need to get to the hospital. What is this? Where are we?
なんかお祭りの屋台みたいなのができているね。
Where's the map? How do we get to the map? Is there a map?
あ、なんか美味しそう。
Go to
たい
the
焼き
We have a lot of objectives. Go to visit Mickey. Mickey, seems Ricky in the hospital. Help the haha find her kodomo. I like how things are slowly changing into Japanese. Check out the dojo in the charm menu to practice vocab. Help the haha. Okay, that's it. Okay. Where's the map? I forget. There was definitely a map. Status, no. Oh, here's the map. Okay. Oh, we're in the food area. Okay.
あのさ、全然ちょっとランダムなんですけど、あのさ、浅草の浅草寺に行くと、あなたが大好きな天ぷらまんじゅうが屋台で売ってるんです
If
よ。
someone going to Tokyo in a certain slow amount of
Sensoji?
times, if they go to Sensoji, you can get tempura manju, which is one of my favorite Japanese style treats.
うん。
Dakuten driving was peak game BGM, 100%. Ah, that's one way to describe my life, says Eric. Thank you so much. Thank you. This is one away from the burning town party. LOL. Cheese it. Yes. いらっしゃいませ。で、なんか、
あ、それだけ。なんかそれみたいだなと思って、なんか。
ビールすみません。
似てない
Nice try, Kodomo, but the drinking age is 20. But wow, 日本語上手. Your Japanese is good. It 出た. Ah, arigato. Even though I order beer all the time in Deutschland since I'm 17.
あ、ラーメン屋さんか
I
な
can't get in there.
何屋さんかな
Alright, we gotta go.
あ、駅だこれ。違
So that
う
it is. It's a train station. Later we'll be able to go directly to the train
お
station.
肉。
I'm gonna go get that garbage box. Also, we have to go to the hospital to check on Mickey.
そ
Oh,
う
this
だ
is。a shrine just to get healed. I see. 1,000 yen.
やったー
All right. Weird question. How does the money thing work? Moving dollars to yen. There's a couple ways you can do it. For example, you could just do it at the airport when you come, but that's definitely not the recommended. I'm gonna try this. Not the recommended method. Excuse me. You could also order money from your bank, so you can go to the bank. That's what I did when I first came to Japan. I just got cash. Another option is when you come here, just use your credit card. You used to not be able to use a credit card in most places in Japan, but nowadays you can use credit cards almost everywhere, even like Wave Pay.
うんうん。
I don't know what you call it in the States. I think in New Zealand it was called Wave Pay. So you could just use your American credit card, and you generally won't get charged fees, and you get them up to the moment rate. That's another great way. You could also, and this is what a lot of people do, just go to a 7-Eleven when you get to Japan and use your debit card to withdraw money from your American bank account. And don't withdraw, don't let the ATM do the exchange. Withdraw in yen, and your bank will do the exchange, and they will do it at the current rate. So don't let the ATM do the exchange. Got it? Withdraw yen, and then your bank will do the exchange for you. And you'll get the up to the moment rate, which is very good right now. It's 157 yen. The other option is to use Wise. Transfer Wise. It used to be called Wise, and you can just transfer money in. But you'd have to, well, you could convert money, but that wouldn't really work for like living over here, coming to visit. That would be if you're living here and you had a bank account. The Yuki has something.
そのコンビニの ATM で、
うん
そのウィズドローできる、まあ円でね、
うん
ウィズドローできるのは、アンディの今持ってるそのアメリカのバンクアカウントのバンクだけなの？それとも他の、
Many. There's many you can do.
まあそれはみんなのカードっていうかバンクを調べた方がいいよね。
Usually, if you have a Visa debit card, you should be able. That's connected to your bank, and you can use an ATM in the States. You can usually withdraw. Just keep in mind that some banks will have worse rates. I'm pretty sure most American Visa debit cards you can use at a 7-Eleven ATM. Not all countries, though. I tried to load up a Suica card, but they only let you put two Niman on it. Yeah. That's why you could get an Apple Wallet. You can actually add Suica card, and you can just automatically link it to your bank and then add on stuff while you're there, like directly from your card on the wallet app. The problem is that you'd have to have a Japanese bank account for that, so that didn't really help you play Roblox. Just send money to Japan via fax, sure to work. Is the rate still high 150s? Yeah, it's 157 right now.
ファックス本当だよね。私もファックスついに設置しようかな。
I don't think Suica cards expire. I'm not sure. Because you don't have to get it in your name even.
あ、そうだね。そう、ただそのなんていうの、7個カードみたいにプリペイドみたいなので使えるよね。ネームがないやつは。
そう。You can only use it at certain places, not everywhere. So a lot of places accept them now, though. I use that a lot. I use Ikoka, the Osaka one. My grandparents are so embarrassing, always fighting over what is better. Oba-san, grandmother says kudamono, fruit, and Oji-san, grandfather says yasai, vegetables. Like it even matters to me. I just chop them up. And I'm more of a Niku girl myself anyways. I like meat. But hey, have you ever wanted to learn how to master a blade, the names of stuff, and get paid all at the same time? You're in luck, because this is the place. Let's get started. Oh boy. Oh, choose your food. Kombo, yasai, kudamono. We're gonna go with combo. Horenso. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Tamago. Tamanegi da ne. Tamanegi. Hai.
なるほど。
The word is at the top. Meron. Yosh.
なるほど。今のスイカだけどね。
Mame. Oh, that was a kiwi! Ichigo. Okay, I thought that was a bean. Ichigo. Momo.
面白い。
Oh, I like this. Tamanegi. I gotta wait till it goes back.
だんだん早くなるんだ。
Ringo. I think a welcome Suica card expires in 2 weeks. Oh, is that like a different thing? Really?
そうなの？
Jagaimo. I've never heard of welcome Suica cards.
そっか、ウェルカムスイカカードっていうのを知らないかも。
Just get one at the station. Like a real one.
そうだよね。
Mame.
もうあれかな、ツーリストだとくれないの。
You can still get
そうだよ
it.
ね。
You don't need a bank account or anything. You just pay 500 yen.
マシンでくれなかったですね。
So you can just get it out of a machine. Ninjin.
Oh.
It's cool. Budou.
これブドウか。
Nasu. Boom. Okay, if you hit it right in the middle, you get a crit.
なるほどね。
Ah! Barely. Jagaimo. Ah! Ran out of time.
すごい。
Woo! Oh, and I get yen for it.
やったやった。
Yay!
すごい
Almost
お金
1,000 yen.
稼げたよ。
And I
いきな
received
り
a vegetable charm. Very cool.
やったー。
Kind of random, but I would probably play this game on my own just for fun. It's kind of fun, even off stream. Let's dig in. Itadakimasu.
はい。
Itadakimasu. I'm hungry.
なるほど。
Onaka ga suiteimasu. I'm hungry. Stomach is
Let's
empty.
begin がさ、いただきますなんだ。Let's eat じゃないんだ。Let's begin.
So. Let's dig in is good. Or let's eat. I like that. Let's dig in. My stomach is growling. Onaka ga peko peko. Oh, my stomach is growling. My stomach is full. Onaka ga ippai desu.
いいですね。
Another serving, please.
おかわり。
Okawari. That's an important one. Okawari. It's really good, right? Nimi's the fish. It's very enjoyable. You could easy get so much yen from the cutting game, right? You just do that over and over again. You'll be rich.
うん。
But also, if you are a beginner, you learn a bunch of words. It's
そう
pretty
だ
good.
ね。
So many mini games. Yeah, I think there's probably going to be a lot more too. Very cool. Lots of classic arcade games, but in Japanese, learning Japanese style. All right, guys, I'm hungry.
はい。
Onaka ga ippai desu. Onaka ga suiteimasu.
はいはいはい。
Onaka ga peko peko.
なるほどね。
Technically, that one works too, but okawari. Itadakimasu. What do you guys think?
お腹がペコペコ。
It like you would use it there. But that one is totally my stomach is growling. Excuse me. お腹がペコペコ。はい、so I'm hungry. I'm hungry. 腹減った。That also works. 腹減った。That's very One Piece. お腹がいっぱいですの代わりだからお腹が空いています。
はい。
We're gonna go with that. Let's dig in. I think we're gonna do this one on our own. いただきます。
はい。
Wait, おかわり. How does that mean more? おかわり means... Oh, how does it mean more?
おかわりっていうか代わりのものをくださいってこと
So
です。
give me something
おかわりの
different. So like if you have a bowl and it's finished, you want another bowl but with food in it. Maybe? ってこと?
そういうことです。
Something like that apparently. I never even thought about it. But yeah, that's a good question. Why does okawari mean more? I never thought about that.
そうだよ
It's a
ね。
good question. But it does. That's exactly what it means. お腹がいっぱい is my stomach is full and another serving please. おかわり。
その場合、おはおにぎりみたいなおだからね。このおにぎりじゃないね。その必ずくっついてないとその言葉にならないものなんだから、このおはそのオノリフィック系のおだとす
It's the
るんですけ
honorific
ど。
o and then 変わる。変わり is
で、
変わる。
この変わりがオルタナティブの方の変わりっていう
It's
意
the
味
one
で
for
すよ。
a different thing.
そうそう。
Alternative. But together it means
そう、another serving.
Another serving, please.
そう、another one って
funny,
感じですよ。
I received 300 yen. Yay. I'm just looking for something for bangohan, dinner later. いい匂い when something smells good. It's hard to decide when I kagu, sniff, and the nyoi scent smell is enticing. Slowly but surely, everyone is switching to Japanese. It's very cool. So peko is growling. Suite, suita, suku is to be empty or to make something empty. So suita is past tense of to make empty. So it has become empty. So my stomach has become empty, literally. Suita.
はい。
Suita ne. And peko together is an onomatopoeia that means the sound of growling. いらっしゃいませ。
ペコはこのさ、
I have to bring that up on screen. They can't see.
あ、すいません。
いいよ、いいよ、書いても。
このへこむっていう言葉、こういう風にこう平らのもの
So
が
when
こ
there's
の
like
ね、
a dent in something,
そうそうそうそう。
or when there's a
こういう
little
風に
hole
へこむ
in a flat surface, means to へこむ。
そうそう。多分このへこむからこれがペコって下に下がることペコ。ペコ。
So coming down here is ペコ。
そうそう。ペコ
And
な
then
ん
you
ですよ。
take that
ここ
sound
が
from
ね。
there and it becomes
そ
ペ
うそうそう
コペコ。
ペコペコ。
Which
こ
means
この
is
へこむっていうところがペコで、これがね、へこむことをペコって多分オノマトペイアで言うのね。そう。
And that's the going up and down of, I guess, the sound of maybe the stomach. Suku and aku often, yeah, fair enough. They use the same kanji as well. We're gonna use, what is this? A menu? Oh, we can choose. Okay.
おー
Ramen is 3,100 yen. Oh my goodness.
高い
Better be some
高くて買えない
really good ramen. Oh my goodness. We ain't buying any of that. What does ramen do though? You know what this is. Hoi, kora. That's funny.
このお客さんにお任せするスタイルだよね。このあ、そうだ、キッズを探しに行くんだっけ。
Oh my goodness. Okay, you get
あ
stuck
れ
in it.
何やるんだっけこれ。
What is this? Shooting range. The carnival left, but business was too good, so I had to stay. Ah, who am I kidding? They kicked me out. Anyway, how about a round of shooting? I'm down. A5 or Wagyu ramen, maybe. Niku, gohan, nomimono, ryori. We're gonna go with ryori. Oh,
Shiru.
Soup. Whoa. There is no more. Give me more soup.
ご飯
Gohan.
おおー、
卵
Tamago.
卵。
パン
パンだ。パン。
I'm getting really hungry playing all these food games.
確かにね。
Ah.
あ
Ah!
ー、ミスだよ。
Do I lose points for that? Shiru.
汁。なんかドンキーコングみたいだよね、これ。
ご飯
Ah! Why would you do that right as I was pressing the button?
ずるい。
汁
Shiru.
また汁？
A lot of shiru. There is none. Alright, there we go.
料理
Ryori. あれ
あ、つい
え
にクッキング。
Ah, right. I was like, wait a second, isn't this all ryori? What's going on? Right on.
汁
ふう、危ねえ。
Ooh, after 7 seconds.
汁は出ないしな。あ、汁だ。
That's it.
なるほど。
はい。Menu. Yay! I got more gold.
はーい。
ペコは心臓を見守る音だと思いますか？
心臓を見守る音？
I'm not sure what that sound would be. Oh, it looks like there's
それ
monsters in the new no.
ドキじゃない。ドキ。
ドキドキとか？ドキ
でもさ、心臓を見守るってどういうことだろ
Not sure what 心臓見守る would be. そば。いいね。はい。消防士。
う？はい。
髪、腕、星。
はい。
Firefighter. What do you guys think?
心臓を見守る。心臓がなんか
Watch over. 見守る is to like watch over something.
そうか。
Whew.
心臓を見守らな
I'm
いよ
gonna
ね。
answer this one.
消防士。
消防士。Emergency is 良い、緊急、月曜日、形容詞。Heart rate monitor. Ah, heart rate monitor. Heart rate monitor ね。
なるほどね。
ピコ
そうだ
かな。
ピコ
ピコ。
ピコピコだ。それ。
ピコ。Very close. That's a ピコ。Very close. And blood is 血。
血
それだ。
なるほどね。
あ、なんか新しいモン
What
ス
is
ター
this
だ。
thing? We're gonna. Oh, we're like poisoned. Or maybe we're just swimming.
あ、そうなの？
Regular
私たちポイズンド？
I think this is a wakame something. We're gonna go with the regular attack.
なんだっけ？ボナキバ
Is
バ
that a V or a Y? Yonaki Baba. Yonaki Baba.
Yonaki Baba
Enraged.
ヨナキバ
Yonaki
バ
Baba. Crying at night, old woman.
うん。
We're gonna go with a twin lightning.
はいはいはい。
Bam, bam. Wow. Oh!
おー
First time we've been hit today.
わ
We'll go with
ー
flame
結構
slash.
強いね、ヨナキババアは。
Bam. There we go.
うわ
Oh, you guys got it. Nice. Thank you.
そう。ハートレートモニターはピコピコ
Pico.
ピ
Oh,
コで、お腹はペコペコです。
okay. Super interesting thing just happened.
は
I
い、
got
何ですか
stuck in the Numa, the swampy thing here. But when I beat it, it disappeared.
Ah!
Does that happen with the flames as well? Family is 家族.
家族
Dad is 父.
父
あ、これなんて読むか知ってる？
I didn't look at it. ごめん。
あ
ここにはないよ
ー
ね。
うん、ない。
What was
お
it?
母さん
餃子でした。
あ、餃子。Sorry, I should have given more time. I wanted to see if the fire would disappear
Alright.
first, though.
秘密のフィッシュが頑張ってくれて
早い。
るのに。
You got them all.
も
Sorry.
う、アンディはね
ご、めんね。I went too fast.
ね、生徒を置いて
I was just
きぼりにして自分だけでやっちゃうタイプの先生だ。
石
Ishi. Oh, it does disappear. Okay, so we can put out the fires by taking out the yokai in
な
them.
る
Okay.
ほど。
Good to know. I haven't saved it all. I haven't saved a single time.
はい、早くセーブした方がいいね。
And also, I'm starving, so I think we're gonna get off for tonight. But this is fun. We never made it to the hospital, but okay. So at least we know how to put out the fires now.
ホスピタルどこだっけ？最初
It's in
の
the
ところ
first
だよ
area.
ね。
Yeah, it's gotta be
な
here.
んだここは？
This is where we were before.
嘘でしょ？
Oh,
消火栓
消火
oh.
栓だ。
Shokasen. That's a good one. Shokasen.
ああ、ハイドラントね。消火栓
Fire
か。
hydrant. We have to go back to the first area. I thought this was the first area, but I guess it's not.
これ右側じゃない。ここホスピタ
Because
ル。
this is a hospital, but this is a different hospital. Maybe it's down here. Whoa, police station. Never mind.
警察署
おーなんかさ、
Okay, definitely a different area. This is the emergency area.
私の記憶では、
Mm.
さっきのシュライン、
うん
その シュラインの右側
it was,
に
it
あ
was.
ったよね。
It was definitely on the right side of the other shrine, but this definitely isn't the right area. I thought it was because it had the hospital and stuff, but it's definitely just a different area.
そうなんだ。
You guys want to help me with this one?
はい。
交差点の消火栓。そうそうそうそう。ワンちゃん。
犬
そうだね。
あ、出た
合って
出た。
る。
たこ
はい。
焼
たこ
き、
焼き、
夏、
猫、猫、
4月、
4月、猫、
たこ焼き、
猫。たこ焼きだと思いますか？
うん、
猫。パーク、公園来ます。太陽、銀。
太陽。
にゃんこ。That is also correct. Thank you very much.
はい。
New one.
なんだっけこれ。なんだっけこれ。
あ、化けぞりはあったわ。But it's an enraged one.
レイジドは何？ファイヤー。
enraged は怒ってるってこと。
あ
めっちゃ怒ってるってことね。
そうなんだ。
Bam.
なんで怒ってるんだろ
う Because they're on fire. I'm guessing.
う。
Band-aid. Okay, so that clears out the fire. Okay, so that's interesting little tidbit. Good to know. Alright, so this is definitely not the first area. Jumping flaming Twinkies. Except I think they're
ここが最初のところだ。
そう、これが最初のところ。
交通事故に遭ってしまう。
おい Vroom vroom. So there's the park that we just saved. So this is back to the hospital.
はい。
あれMaybe it wasn't?
いや、合ってるでしょ。
We can't go that way. I must have to go further down here.
最初の町の病院に来てねって言われたの？
We couldn't go into the other one, so I'm assuming that's the one where we met him.
まあそっか。
But it's not here either.
あったっけミッキーなんていう人あったっけ？
Ricky.
いたっけ？あ、ミッキー。
Ricky. Well, we forgot his name, so we're calling him Mickey. I don't remember. We might have to search for this later. Maybe it was in the new hospital. Or maybe that's the hospital I went to and then they took me home. That's right. So we didn't walk from the hospital to home. They took us home. So it must have been the other place.
そうなんだ。
なるほど. Anyway, I think today we're going to call it a day here.
はい。
Since it's getting pretty late, most people have probably gone to bed. It's almost
そうなの？
1 p.m. here.
あらら。もう
そう
12時？
いや、あそこに
ニューヨークタイムは12時。
ニューヨークタイムは多分12時 in New York.
おー。
Thank you, Simon-san. Thank you guys for hanging out.
ありがとうご
I
ざい
hope
ま
that you
す。
had
あ、何を食べるつもりですか？
make this big for you guys, and we're gonna switch over the screen
ね。
to this. Anyway,
はい。
so that was fun. どうもありがとうございました。こちらこそありがとうございます。Time for some sukiyaki. Yes. Thank you for the kanji. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Thank you, Eric.
はい、ありがとうございます。
Thank you.
みんなもね。
何を食べるつもりですか？何を食べるかな？
納豆かな？
納豆？
納豆の可能性が高い
We
ね。
have a lot of natto that we have to finish. That's well past the
あれ、私お昼何にするっつったっけ？卵かけご飯？
って言ってたっけ？
私全然料理しない人みたいだね、それ。
Maybe 卵かけご飯 could be good. I don't know. We haven't decided, I guess.
何だったっけな？
We have rice. We
はい。
have to eat natto. I'd rather eat natto at night though. でも thank you as usual for everything. Looking forward to that writing video. Yeah, it should be good in a week or two. Hopefully it'll be good. Put olive oil and garlic in natto. That sounds good.
はい。
Thank
ね、
you for
ガー
the
リック
stream.
ね。
Thank you, Groupon Muffin. Appreciate that.
ありがとうございます。
Quit out of this so I can actually see chat a little better. If I can get there. Quit. Yes.
結構お金持ちになったね。
ね. Exit. Okay, there we go. And we'll pop this over here. All right, and we're back.
はい。
Sweet. Okay.
おー。
Thank you guys. It was good. I
あ
enjoyed
り
it.
がとうござい
For
ます。
hanging out. It's getting pretty late for many of you, so thank you for staying up with us.
はい。
And hopefully we will have a video for you next week,
うんうん
which means we'll be premiering that and then talking about it afterwards. It'll be a little bit different than this time around, if that is the case. possibly from the following week, we may do a different format where we work through some of the histories of N4 kanji with you guys as I'm working on the data for that.
はい
Maybe. I have to set up a new setup with the Mac with all 4 cameras going into it, and I don't even know if it's possible. I think it is, but I just have to work on that. So
ね、私さちょっとアイディアいただいたiTalki の、そのなんかチュートリアルモデルレッスンみたいなのやりたい。
now she wants to do the iTalki tutorial how to use it well type of video. She wants to do that.
なんか how do you なんていうの reply the introduction questions?
I don't think that's the type of lesson they were asking for. I think they were asking more about like how to structure your lesson so that it is the most efficient. You can learn the
なる
most.
ほどね。
But how to do an introduction on iTalki would be a good idea as well for people who are doing it for the first time. That's not bad. Also, some people are asking for a video on nanka,
そうそう
toka,
さっきのやつね。そう、
ma,
あれも
those kind of
そのカジュア
introductions.
ルなんちゃらティップ。
So maybe Yuki will work on something like that.
そ
We can have a new series of Yuki teaching fun grammar.
うオフテキストブックですよね、それ。
outside of the textbook. Yeah. Thank you for the comment. Oh yeah, okay, good. Japanese filler words video. Yes,
はい
lots of
そう
different good
何
ideas.
々じゃんとかね。
So. Thumbs up を攻撃してください. I haven't said that in a while. Yes, that's a good
ね
one.
ありがとうござい
Thumbs
ます
up を攻撃してください. お願いします。あと
お願いします
チャンネル登録お願いします. Also, please subscribe if you aren't yet.
はい
Of Textbook Japanese.
そういいねそのそうもうめっちゃ言うよねそうそう
そう
とそうそ
うん
うはめっちゃ言うね
そうだね Lots of ideas.
うん
Endless fountain of ideas. All right, guys. Well, have a good week. We will see you next Thursday our time, Wednesday your time probably. And yeah, hope you have a good one. And let us
ね
yeah.
Have a great 肉の日ですよ
Let's have a great Niku no Hi. Most of you, it's already the next day. But
そうだ
anyway.
ね
Hi. All right, guys. Thank you very much. You ready?
はい
はい。せーの。
また次のビデオで会いましょうね。
はい。Thank you everyone. Bye
みんなあ
bye.
りがとうまたね
みんなありがとうございました。